everybody, my name is Frankie McDonald. You're listening to SimpCast with Chrissie Mayr. I'm Frankie McDonald.
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby.
Caller, this calls for Ayala. Hi. So.
Hey, do you remember me?
Who's this?
Nick?
No.
Last name Gers.
Nick Gers. I don't know names. I don't even remember my mom's name.
Say it again.
If you even tell me my mom, I wouldn't remember her name. Like, I'm really bad with names. How do you look?
Will you say my name again? I don't even know if you heard me right.
Nick Gers.
Thank you.
Why? Why do you have to call in like that? Why do you have to call in like that? That's not a good caller. It's a horrible, horrible caller. I'm going to play you a little song.
Nick Gers! Oh, Nick.
Me Chinese, me play jokes, me put pee-pee in your coat.
What's up, Vivek?
Hey.
Whoa!
Look at this. What's up, guys?
I was craving a Slurpee.
Can I get my change back correctly?
You know, we'll...
I feel like a lot of us are conservative in the way that we just want to be able to say the N-word and it not really matter.
That's all I want. Come on. Is that so much to ask? Can't I just say the N-word? Does that make me a bad person?
Come on, guys.
Violet's a huge fan of yours. She loves censored TV.
Oh, great.
I do. I love your show. Big fan.
All she wants is to be able to say the N-word, but that's the only thing that's holding her back in life.
Yeah.
Oh, it just, you go like this.
How are you and your man?
Oh, Bisconti, he's in hospice. I'm teasing.
Oh,
it's a joke. It was an old man joke.
No, there was somebody in the hospital on meeting it earlier, so I was like, oh, geez.
I'm just kidding. He's fine. Oh my God, we're great. I'll marry that man.
Oh,
he's adorable. So.
If my baby's fall out, this was your fault, John. I'm just saying.
Jumping jack. Whoa!
Yeah, don't.
Whoa!
What was it?
Whoa!
Okay, there. I did it. What, you can take me? My baby's fall out. This was your fault. There. I did it.
Are you winning, son?
Hi, I'm Ali. I'm an English teacher, a dialect coach, and today I'm going to show you exactly what actors do perfectly and terribly when they try to do a British accent. Let's rate some accents.
My kink is British accents. Oh, is that all right?
Cheerio, cut!
Yeah, right then. Bush eye cheerio.
You're really attracted to this.
Oh, bloody hell.
I had to look up where she grew up and went to school because I genuinely don't know why she's so good. She's not trying to sound perfect.
I'm taking the dog, dumbass.
I'm taking the dog.
He's just happy to have the attention. He's just happy to have the attention.
Got tired of my scheming. It's me. Hi, I'm the baddie. It's me.
Our next guest is originally from Danville, Illinois. He enjoys cold beer and hot music. Says that he and his mom don't see eye to eye on his love life. And he claims that his job has cost him several relationships. Please welcome Robert Faggot. Fine, how are you? Have a seat. Faggot is rather an odd name.
Yeah, you know, it is an odd name.
Speak does not make you intelligent. Now get out of here.
No, Mrs. Stay.
Lisa Kochata.
Ding, 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 ding.
Happy day. Tuesday, Wednesday. Happy day. Thursday, Friday. Happy day. The weekend comes. My cycle hums.
Your lip, just kind of get it in there. Fill it in a few different times just to kind of get a real deep color. And then kind of go in here at the bottom.
I'm gay. I have relationships with men, and sex with men.
Yeah. Ha, ha, ha. Hello, people of the internet. Welcome to SimpCast, your favorite Sunday night program. All the best news, all the best happenings in the internet, and all the best ladies. And how do we know they're the best? Because they are my friends and they answered their DMs. Before we bring on our fabulous panel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am oh so close to 100,000 subscribers. I'm going to get that silver play button. I'm going to get it. I'll get me gold. I sound like a leprechaun when I say that. I'm going to put that button right here. It's going to be great. Yes, that's it. That's all I want from you guys. Just a little subaroo. And then, you know what? Let me get the play button. If you really don't like the channel, then go ahead and unsubscribe. But wait till I get the damn play button. Okay. Right? That's how we do this. Oh, time to bring in the ladies. You may know them. You may not know them. They may be a couple new faces to you, but they've all, if you're a watcher of this channel, you'll know everyone. It's Courtney, Tree of Logic, Biddy O'Loughlin, and Kiki Thompson. Ooh. Hi, ladies.
Hi.
I'm gonna put Tree over here so it looks like she's
Yeah, I always look this way because my monitor is there.
we have to look like we're all looking at each other. Uh-oh, Biddy is pixeling out. All right, okay,
Oh, no.
we're here. Oh no, it's all
Don't
good.
freeze on us.
Don't freeze. Don't freeze. Biddy was
matter.
before we went live. Biddy has some very exciting developments going on in her life. Biddy, what's new? Because I used to do comedy before becoming a mother. I'll get back there. But tell the good people who you are touring with and the drama you caused.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm touring with him. That'd be nice, though.
Oops, I mean opening for.
Yeah. So Isaac
Same
Butterfield.
thing.
I'm on his book, basically.
Oh, I can't hear her.
Oh no.
What did she say?
Isaac Butterfield.
Oh, okay.
Isaac Butterfield, Australian comedian, found out that I got cancelled. And then he made a video and invited me to open for him at this beautiful theatre in Melbourne called The Palais. And I said yes and booked my flights. And then he rang me and said that a lot of people hate me. And that, and that
You with that accent and that beauty. How could anyone hate you? I feel like Jerry Seinfeld's mom.
I already
How
am
could
in
anyone-
love with you. What happened?
Yeah,
um,
because she's sassy and she speaks her mind.
yeah, I got cancelled for not believing men who claim to be women.
Oh, that's a good cancel because we
Yeah.
believe that too.
Yeah. And Melbourne is like the California of Australia. Like the
Oh,
world.
yeah.
That's the perfect way to put it. Yeah, you're in a very woke waters over there.
Very
I actually
woke.
tweeted about it going, if you told me last week I would be doing comedy in Melbourne, I would have thought you were trans and trying to have me killed. And then those crazy people did kick up such a fuss that I was opening for him. And meanwhile, he does jokes about the same topic about men claiming to be women, and he can go ahead and do his show, but they protested me because they know exactly what a woman is, and they don't want
Right.
us to speak.
I mean, he was even under like he was having legal issues.
Yeah,
for
he
a
got
while
taken
there
to
because
the
of
Human Rights Commission because of a joke about Aboriginal people. That's like our Indigenous native.
Yeah.
And the one to court, so that was good.
That is good. That's how it goes sometimes in comedy. Like you could have it almost seems random sometimes, the people who go viral, people who get canceled, the people who make themselves a target for the woke mob. You could have and then there's people who have technically edgier jokes that sometimes fly under the radar. It really is and you know who gets a lot of shit too is Leonardo Joni. And I feel like there's a lot of people who have similar jokes to her. But it's all good, Biddy. It's all good. All
So
all
he
press
got
is
so
good.
many complaints, or the venue got so many complaints that they hit him with an $8,000 security fee to have me open for him.
Oh God.
Well, that's hardcore.
What?
You have to say. I mean, that's pretty cool. Like,
Yeah,
if they
right?
have security for you, like you're a badass bitch. Like that's awesome. So, I mean, silver lining, I guess.
What do they think you're gonna do? What to have that deposit?
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. So he had to pull me because he couldn't pay $8,000 for an opener he'd never even seen do comedy.
Oh my God. So who
That's
was
a
the
boy
venue
wonder.
was charging Isaac $8,000 to have you?
Yeah, they
That
said
is-
you can have her, but you need to pay $8,000 in extra security because we're getting all these threats of protests and stuff. And I don't
I
really
like threats. I like them. I like to see who's gonna follow through with them.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
exactly.
sure you did. What you have jokes about? What
Trans people.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a hot topic, but do you hate anyone? No. Are you intending to hurt anyone's feelings? Probably not. Did they
Yeah.
need $8,000 worth of security? Probably.
No.
Yeah. So
So
that's
I
unfortunate.
think,
yeah.
it was a shame. And when he told me that, I was a bit worried he would get the backlash because sometimes when people cancel, then they get the backlash from like
The other side.
The other side. And I think that happened a little bit. A lot of people were like, "Oh, you can now whatever." But nobody can pay $8,000 for security. I don't know what the rules are. Like maybe it was a police matter at the end of the day. Maybe the venue shouldn't be charging $8,000 for.
I think
security.
that's BS. I think $8,000 is they know nobody is going to pay $8,000 to perform at a venue. It doesn't matter who you're working with. Like that's unless you are household name level. Most people can't afford that kind of an overhead. So that's very cowardly on the part of the venue. That's a pussy move. No,
And I think it's kind of a hatred towards women who speak their mind, no matter what you think or feel or whatever. You're a comedian. You're making jokes. That's really wrong, actually.
He makes the same jokes, at the end of the day, he's still making the same jokes as me.
You mean a man got away with it and not a woman?
What a Keanu take. Oh my God. Okay. Well,
and then I secretly opened for him on the weekend in Adelaide, where I'm based.
okay, good. I'm glad you guys are still getting to work together and you're not letting that slow you down.
Yeah.
No.
He has
That
a
is some
great
bullshit
dad.
though. Every time something like this happens to you, Biddy, like be really loud about it, because it's just another example of how ridiculous. Just when I think, that's not going to happen in Trump's America. You know what? Hopefully that kind of thing won't happen in Trump's Australia as the months and years go on. That's my hope.
So hopefully we'll catch up.
Yeah. Good for you though. I want to get some news for being hated on. I will. I'll get back in the saddle there. The baby shat all the way up his back today. Very, very exciting.
Oh yeah.
That's what happens if the baby doesn't poop in 1 or 2 days. Then it's like you feel like it's a ticking time bomb. You're like, all right, today's the day. It's gonna happen.
no.
Like, don't put him in anything real cute, because if it's been 2 days without a poop, it's
all over.
gonna happen. And if he's sitting, and he was sitting upright, because he's really good at sitting now. He's sitting in his playpen, like just surrounded by toys. And
He's
like
so adorable. Oh my
god. But he just was like, he just started laughing, and he like looked up at me and was like, ah, and then I was like, oh, he probably pooped. And then I'm like, it's brown, literally up to like almost his shoulder blades. Like it went all the way up. But that's what happens when you're sitting down and you shit like that. The poop has nowhere to go but up.
Can I tell them about the time in the Chrissie was in the bed. We were in the what do you call that area?
We were
New York?
upstate. We were in Callicoon at this.
It was my husband
condo.
and we were just doing a couples weekend or whatever, like, and the baby was there, and we were getting all ready to leave, and then she was in the bedroom like feeding the baby, and as to not alert anybody, but like she was going from the bedroom, door was shut, she was going, help. Help.
Help.
We're like, help.
Because I don't want to be like, oh God, to think someone was hurt. But I
I'm
just
like,
was like,
oh my God, he's dying. No, and I went, do you hear her scream? We went in there, and it was an explosion of lava poop up his back, but she did as to not alert anyone. She was just saying,
because I'm holding him on the bed. There's no towels. It's all I could do to put my boob back in my bra. And I heard a fart, and then I like flipped him over, and then all of a sudden the poop was bubbling up and over the top of the diaper and was slowly like a lava, like a volcano, just slowly like was just crawling out of his butt down his, and I was like, oh no, it's gonna get everywhere. I was like,
all I knew to do was I just grabbed some plastic bags, and I just like, well, let's just put his clothes in there, and at least we saved the the bedding. You had just washed it all, right?
I was really worried about getting it on this like very fuzzy, it's called a coma blanket. It's very heavy and it's fuzzy. It's like a stuffed animal on top of you. But I was like, that's not going to wash out of that. I'm going to ruin.
I love the way your mind works, because I would be like, first of all, I don't have children, but I'd be like, help me, help me. But you were like, I don't want to alert anyone too badly. Like nothing horrible is happening, but there is a major lava poop situation. She was like,
and I don't want to ruin the coma blanket.
Yeah. And I didn't want the bean to be upset. Like I was yelling at him, because sometimes I don't want to like yell in his ear. You shit your pants again. How could you?
I say that to Eugene all the time. God damn it, you shit your pants again. One more time.
Oh, he's the best though.
Yeah, even you really don't want to freak the baby out.
Even there was a time, and I ranked the poop stories in my head. There's like top 4 or 5 really good ones. The worst/best one, I think the lava poop one might be number 2. No pun intended. The number one time I was changing him, and I looked out the window, and then I looked back, and it was coming at him like a fast soft serve machine, and I was like, oh no, and then and then he ruined the changer, and I was like wiping it away with a wiper. He's just like continually shitting onto the changing pad, and I kept wiping it away, like pushing it back, and then moving him up the changer, and he would shit again and again. He did it like 3 times, and he was running out of runway. He was running out of room on the changer because I would move him up, and then he would shit in that area, and I was like, no, I was like, help. It was fun though.
Oh man, is it really though?
It really is. It's so fun.
Because I'm listening to you, I'm like, whoa, glad I don't have no kids.
I think I'm just it's a marvel. I like marvel of it all.
Remember what their first poo's called? Like the first poo they ever do? I can't. It doesn't have a special
Poo
name.
is called is it called meconium?
Yeah, something like an M word. I remember seeing
Yes,
it. I was young.
because they tell you it's all black and sticky, and that is what forms when the intestines are being formed, and that is that develops so that the intestines, when they're growing, don't stick to each other. So that's actually like keeps everything kind of like juicy, but it is like black and crazy looking, and you got to get that out. Fun times.
Yay!
Courtney, what's new with you?
Not a whole lot. I survived my 8-hour streams last week, which was fantastic. I ended it with a stream with Zia on Friday night. We had a blast. I got to bust out my Darth Vader outfit. It was wonderful.
It looked iconic.
It was a lot of courage it took for me to slap that thing on, but I did it. I did it for everyone watching. Yeah.
Was it like a regular Darth Vader or like a sexy Darth Vader?
It was. There wasn't a lot there. There was. It's like a strappy bra top, and then there's like the belts to look like the pieces on his uniform, on his suit, and then there's like a high-waisted, basically underwear.
That's definitely something Darth Vader would wear for sure.
Totally, yeah. He loves it when his butt's hanging out. It was funny because I realized, like, right as I was like, I changed into it, and I was like, here we are. And then Zia started freaking out. I saw in the chat someone was saying Tyson has a nice butt, and I was like, oh, funny. And then I like did a twirl, and I'm like, at the exact same time, everyone watching Netflix saw Mike Tyson's butt. Everyone watching this stream saw mine. How lovely!
Wow. Frank guessed that Jake Paul was going to win, and I didn't really watch it, but I heard that he did win. And
we all knew he was going to win. It was so obvious.
It wasn't a real fight. Like there were like 3 rounds where Tyson didn't even throw any punches for like 3 rounds. It was 8 whole rounds. When was the last time we knew of a Mike Tyson fight that lasted more than 1 round? Never. They were 90 seconds at most.
And the way Mike was acting prior to the fight, you just like, and I felt so sorry for that little girl that was interviewing him. When he was talking about legacy, don't nobody give a damn about them no motherfucking legacy. I was like, that poor little girl. And she took it like a champ too.
When we die, we just dust. Who the fuck about me when I die? I'm like, oh my God. This girl is like 12 years old, maybe?
Yeah.
She was so cute. She's like, what kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? She's like, I don't give no damn about no legacy. I was like, Jesus.
I promise you, even though he was very rude to her and the way she stuck up for him, I bet you she's going to get a job immediately, because I was like, she didn't break character. She didn't get doomer with him. She was like, yeah, I guess that's a point. I guess you got a point there. Like, I was like, bless her heart. She was a trooper for putting up with that. I was like, don't cry, girl. Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't.
Yeah, she really like stood her ground.
From what it sounds like,
carrying on.
From what it sounds like you guys are saying, it sounds like they basically told him, like, look, just stay in it 8 rounds. Just survive and you'll get paid.
He didn't have to survive. No. It was just a fixed fight. You could just tell it was fixed.
It was fixed? No.
There was one part where you could see where he was like about to, like, he almost freaking took him down. And like, so Jake Paul's like, and then there was a pause, and you could kind of see where like Mike was like, oh shit, I gotta get myself together.
So Mike was the better fighter, but he had to hold back.
No.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely not. After the second round, first of all, Mike Tyson has the confidence to do an interview in the locker room with no pants on, and then they accidentally caught his glory.
Accidentally, they panned down on purpose.
They panned down on purpose. He showed his butt on purpose.
That was worth it for the entire thing. But this is a 27-year-old man. So I feel like he let Mike sort of get some shots in the first 2 rounds.
Have you seen Mike Tyson fight before?
Mike Tyson is an elephant. It doesn't matter if he's old. And I think if you've seen old men fight, they will fuck you up. It doesn't matter. And also you gotta watch his sparring. Like Mike.
I know he's the most dangerous man on earth, but like
no, it's not that. If you've seen him spar and he's fast and he fucks up his sparring partners, you can't go from that to just acting like you're just like it was.
I've never seen him do this before.
Right. I fight. I like to fight. I can tell when a fighter is not fighting for real, and Mike is not fighting for real. If you ask the men, like the men who enjoy watching boxing, they would tell you that Mike, that ain't the Mike that we see sparring. Go watch some of his old videos.
Y'all watch it? Did you guys watch it though?
Yeah, I did watch it. Yeah, I watched it. I'm a Mike Tyson fan. Even when he bit off the ear of what's his face? Even when he bit the ear off of that, I could tell that was also something that was planned. But it's like, and then the whole smacking thing. Come on, like even the smack was just a cave thing. It was just all of that was just fake and everything
why didn't we allow Mike Tyson to win then? He wanted
because he got more money to lose. Jake Paul paid him $20 million to lose.
People put more money on Mike Tyson to win than to lose. So therefore, it was in Jake Paul's best interest to pay Mike to lose. That's all that was.
Well, and that's all he's been doing is since he started boxing is he's paying opponents to let him have slap fights with him so that he can win.
Courtney, what happened to the corner? Was that a draw or did he fight? Did he fight O'Connor? The Irish.
Conor McGregor?
Yeah.
God, I don't know. I just know that
I know he fought Floyd Mayweather and Floyd won that one.
I think Logan Paul fought Floyd Mayweather, right? Because I know that the older, dumber one has also boxed some people.
Yeah. See, these guys are trying to turn boxing into WWE, and they're making a mockery of it.
And I know nothing of it. That's where it's like fake, and it's like there's a heel, and like But boxing, I didn't know that to be the thing. But
because it wasn't really a real boxing like championship. Like it was just like I forgot what they call these type of boxings where they say, "Hey guys, let's just box." It's like he's not in a particular weight category for a legitimate boxing. Somebody in the audience can tell you what these type of boxing matches are called.
Did he look like the Rock'em Sock'em, like the
like this? Yes. Yeah, because this one was Jake's actual first professional fight. Like this is the first one that can actually be on his boxing record.
Fat. He looked sweaty and dirty and greasy.
Well, he had to get in, Mike's weight class, and he
looked unwell. He looked like he was
wearing
a fat costume.
He drowned himself in Axe deodorant body spray on the way in. Did you see that?
No,
it was the stupidest thing. Him and the girl on his arm, she was looking absolutely stunning. He has a stupid can of Axe.
She's an Olympian athlete, though. I was surprised he pulled somebody like her.
Right, because I'm like, girl, you can do way better. That guy's
way better.
The whole time he's got her on one arm and he's holding this can of Axe and just pss, 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 pss,
I probably got paid to do that.
So also disgusting. I'm like, girl, you need to leave.
His outfit, I guess I call it an outfit. His shorts that he boxed in cost $1 million.
Come
No,
on.
what?
Come on.
They said it when they said he wanted the most expensive boxing outfit of all time. His shorts,
Bitches
so
be
he would
shopping.
shine like a diamond, costed $1 million.
Wow.
And I'm supposed to believe that was a real fight.
Well, I think they were like, you know what? You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. If you lose to Mike Tyson, you're gonna be made
Then
fun
you're
of forever. But if
amongst
you
the rest
beat
of them
shit
that
out
have
of
fought him.
a 58-year-old man, then you're also fuck you. Like
He's the champ, dude. Iron Mike.
Wow.
I'd lose to a fight to him. I mean, granted, I would.
I would.
'cause
Anybody
duh.
would.
Not if you get in a bed with him, you won't.
If I was fighting Mike Tyson.
Throw it on him, girl.
Tree. Wait, say that again. What did you say?
She said she will lose to a fight to Mike Tyson. I said, not if you get him in the bed, you won't.
No, if I was,
Did
I
you
would
see
wear-
his ass?
Yeah, I would wear earmuffs. If I was even meeting Mike Tyson, I'd wear earmuffs. I'd be like, don't chomp on my ears. Whoa.
Yeah, just get like spikes for your ears just in case.
Yeah.
All of it was worth it to see his dumper, and that is the nicest dumper on a 58-year-old man I've ever seen.
Yeah,
And
he
the
What's a
confidence.
you've seen
A dumper's
some
a
men
butt.
Sorry,
butt,
it means
and
his
that I
butt.
have to agree with you on that one right there.
His rear end.
He is in really good shape, and especially like after all the health complications he had and everything. Like, I can't even. I'm amazed that he's like still standing, really. But man, yeah, he
Wow.
looks freaking. He looks real good.
Wow.
Just
Watch
so,
this
just
on
so
Netflix.
Biddy knows, could you go if it's like 3 things down in my Twitter? I have a video of his dumper. I caught it live on
Oh.
Netflix. Yeah.
Kitty,
It's
you
not,
got an
it's
ass
not
fetish?
untoward, is it?
Well,
It is. He's in a thong.
Oh my God.
Chrissy, you never seen that video before?
No, he has like a Lizzo dumper.
He was in
Yeah,
an interview and then he
I
went,
posted a picture of my like me posing in the outfit, and then him, and then of Zia in her thong, and Twitter marked it as sensitive material.
Oh my God. That's
So-
wild. That's
You know,
wild.
I don't
I'm gonna-
know.
Let me blow through a couple of these really quick. From 2A TAC Air Operations. Thank you for the Orange Boy. Rescued another lost dog tonight. Anyway, you need to get Trump on SimpCast.
That'd be amazing.
Call Vivek.
That would
He'll
be
set it up,
amazing.
Rob.
We're still
Thank you,
working on
Rob.
getting Dashboard Confessional on here.
My hopes are so high, but it gets to kill me.
Kill me, so won't you kill me?
So I die
Happy, my heart
What
is
is
yours
yours
to
to
break
break
up,
or burst.
to break up, Mary.
Where
Where
is
is jewelry?
jewelry?
Whatever you prefer.
Hands down, this
Down
is
the
the best day
I can't ever
ever
remember.
remember. Okay. Sorry, I get into a fugue state. Chris Thompson gifted 5 Chrissie Mayr memberships. Thank you.
Yay!
Yes. Chris again. 5 gorgeous women. I must be in the right spot. You are.
Yes, you are.
You are.
Oh,
Derek,
look.
oh, what's up, Derek C? Thank you for gifting 5 Chrissie Mayr memberships. Jeremy Parkhurst. Holy Courtney Batman. She can pitch a better
Whoa.
TP than a Comanche chief. The fact she isn't a paid spokesperson for a tent company is a crime. Are you sponsored by Coleman, Courtney?
I'm not, but you know what? I will contact them first thing tomorrow morning and see what we can do for a sponsorship situation. Jeremy, I think that this is a great idea. I love it. And you know what? Hopefully by next week, I will have news for you.
we'll circle back.
We'll
Yeah.
go back to that. Simon Ho, my only Asian fan. Gotta love Zegler's apology. Fake and disingenuous. Yes, when Steph gets here, I want to get into that. Very interesting. Push-ups. Oh, what's up, push-ups? Who here has a husband that can move a fridge?
I'm working on it.
Frank can't. He has a broken toe right now. but
normally he can.
He broke it kicking the baby's well, I call it his desk, but it's his like little activity center.
I don't know why I thought he was going to end at like he broke it kicking the baby. I was like, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I know. That's what I was.
Kicking the baby.
Kicking the baby's head.
But the baby's fine. It's
That'll
just
teach him to kick the baby. Yeah, I put him in his little concrete outfit.
He's fine. His toe is unfortunately broken.
Hey, the baby's fine. Frank's toe is out of commission though.
He's broken at least 4 toes since I've known him.
Wow.
Yeah.
He kicks a lot of babies.
Yeah. He's a little accident prone sometimes. Night Owl, any ideas yet what to do for your 100K special? You know what? I think a goal is to like have the studio completely done and then have guests in studio. That is my have a blowout. Have just like whoever will come over physically. I'll think about it though. Chris Thompson, as a parent, I can honestly say you haven't seen shit yet.
Oh,
I want to hear your worst poop story, Chris.
Mhm.
Deranged lunatic Courtney got her Blazing Saddles cherry popped. You watched
we
it?
did. We watched Blazing Saddles in the Discord on Friday night.
That was your first time watching it?
Yes, it was. I know.
Congratulations. Wow.
Thank you. I know I'm not like the biggest movie watcher. I'm really terrible at it. And so thankfully I have a little community of folks who are like, guess what? We're going to watch this movie. So
it's fun.
I get to do that once a week now.
Whenever someone donates $20 on my stream, it'll say, "Hey, where the white women at?"
That's funny. Oh, Sam. Biddy, can you match Chrissy's icky mom stories?
Icky
mom.
Man. Well, I shat myself when I gave birth.
Whoa.
Wow. You did?
I'm
That was
so
the one thing I didn't. That was my one accomplishment from birth is I didn't shit myself.
Yeah. Well, I don't remember it or anything, but they just, you poo, and they wipe it away as you're pushing.
That's
I didn't because I went a lot right before. I don't know.
Oh, good.
Something they had me on fluids. Sorry, these
Wow.
kind of
So
stories are
wait,
not why you
Biddy,
guys are here.
You
But I
didn't remember that you shat yourself and then someone
Well,
told
you
you?
don't
That's
notice
just
when you're
rude.
cooing. Yeah. You've
Yeah,
got
they
like-
should have lied and said you didn't. Just no, you didn't do it.
No, there was no poo there at all.
Yeah, they
why
just
would
lied to
tell
me.
you?
Who knows? Maybe my doctors lied to me.
Maybe I didn't. I just
Well,
remember
you know what? Let's
You just
believe
remember
them.
that someone told you did. That's just
my
criminal
girlfriend
truth.
who was there. I was.
Okay, it was a girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
It's like, yeah, you shit yourself and everything.
Wow, that's not a good friend, Biddy. If she told you, like, man, what a mess.
She was like, it was so beautiful, and also you pooped everywhere.
Yeah,
It
I
was
would be like, Biddy, actual butterflies flew out. I don't know how you did it, but it was beautiful.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
I think about it. Just talking about giving birth, it was like the best gig I ever did. I killed it in that room. Even when I shat myself, I still had them.
Biddy, Biddy, I tried to make the anesthesiologist laugh as he's putting it in my back. I was like, can I tell you a joke? And he was like, some kind of Eastern European. And I tell my joke that it's a street joke. I tell it whenever I'm in an Uber and I'm dumb and I tell them that I'm a comedian. They go, tell me a joke. So it's this joke. This is not my joke, but feel free to, use it. Tell your grandkids. I go, okay, if mothers have mothers, this is while he's putting like a big ass, epidural in my back. I was like, I'm leaning over, like digging my nails into the nurse's arms. I'm like, you want to hear a joke, buddy? He's like, okay. I go, if mothers have Mother's Day and fathers have Father's Day, what do single guys have? I said, Palm Sunday. Get it? I was like, you get it? He's like, yes, I get it. But he didn't laugh. And that bothered me.
Now you
for a
laugh.
time. That bothered me for several weeks. But I was like, you know what? You don't want somebody with a good sense of humor doing your epidural. You want a very nerdy, serious medical type dude. So he was very no nonsense. He didn't smile.
That's how you know you had a good one.
He was like, zoop, in and out. And I'm sure he made thousands of dollars. But he did a great job. It
Just
didn't
coming
hurt
in to endure your joke.
It didn't hurt as much as I thought it would.
I missed the window of opportunity for an epidural. I said I wanted one. I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then I don't know, it came to that point where I said, oh, is that going to happen now? And they're like, no, you've passed that window of opportunity. So
That's cool. I wish
I
I
feel like
didn't
I
get
don't
one.
know, whatever you have to do, you could still do it. If what really?
Yeah, yeah. Can I have one to go? Just like,
what do you mean? Like, well, oh, did it hurt? Jesus.
yeah, it did. But it's like they say, you can't remember the pain. And it's true. I can't remember exactly what that pain was. But I remember when I had my daughter, I was like, I'm never going to forget this. They all say you forget. They all say you forget. I'm never going to forget. And I forgot.
You forget. Your brain does this weird thing where it like fills you with like chemicals or something that tells you could have another one. You could do it. We won't let you remember the pain. Yeah.
Hans Wiener says, love you, Biddy.
Aw, love you too, Marilyn.
That's really cool. Yeah, I do remember how numb my lower half felt. Like I remember I was kind of on my side, like slapping my thigh, and I couldn't feel a thing. It just felt like, honestly, you know what my body felt like? I've been to a couple of these, what are they called? Like sex expos, like AVN or XBiz or whatever, when I used to go and like live stream and do like live interviews and stuff. It felt like a sex doll, like a real, and I don't know if anybody has ever felt like a sex doll, like they have like cold, like mushy skin, and it's like that's what my legs felt like.
Can you walk? You can't walk.
No, you can't get up. You can't.
I don't know. What a dumb question, Keanu. Right?
No, it was the weirdest thing. It's just like I knew, like it felt like obviously my skin, but you can't feel anything, and it's like it's a real doll. Thank you. It feels like I'm grabbing onto a
How long does it last? How long are you numb for?
Well, I got it maybe 3 hours or something, because I remember I got it, and then maybe 4 hours because I was pushing for like an hour and a half. And then it took some time to like wear off. Maybe it took an hour to wear off. Who knows? It could have been 4 hours.
I got up and walked.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
I gave it to my daughter. They stitched me up because I had a what do you call it? A episiotomy.
Episiotomy. Ugh.
They give you they surgically tear you so that you don't naturally tear.
Wow.
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate it.
A little cut.
They didn't do
They
that
gave me
to
a little
me.
cut. They stitched me up, and they gave me like local anesthetic for all that. And then, so my daughter was born, and they all went off to do paperwork. And my girlfriend and I, neither of us had been in a birth before. Like when I first went into labor, we were like, so
you shit yourself, remember? She was like, no.
Here, I took a picture.
So she's holding the baby. I went and got my stuff, and then we just walked out of the birthing suite and past the reception desk at the hospital. And they looked up and they were like doing the paperwork, and they went, "What?" And I was like, "Oh, we're done, aren't we? Isn't that it?" And so I went to my like room, but they were
like, "Oh, I'm not supposed to get up yet." Oh.
You know, I wish
just
I had that
walked.
experience. I wish I was able to get up because I couldn't. They pushed over to me something that looked like a medical Segway. It was like a wheelie. It was something with a seat on it. You know, like when old people go to the grocery store, they have this like push
the
thing that they
rascal?
can kneel on and sit on if they want. They cover it with newspapers and groceries and shit. It's like they pulled one of those up to me. It had a seat on it, but you're standing up. So I guess they don't, because they can't put you in a wheelchair. It's a way to wheel you to your room while you're still
like if you have a broken ankle and it's like you have a
kind
scooter,
of
like a knee scooter,
It's
but both knees.
It's
Is that
something to
what
put
you're-
you on so that you're kind of semi sitting, but in a standing position, because you're kind of in this like no, you don't want to make any sharp movements, and it's just the weirdest thing. You feel like you just got hit by a truck. Like it's pretty hardcore. And then like I know it's like if you ever run like I don't know, like a 10K Tough Mudder or something like that, That's the only thing I can compare to, where you're like completely every muscle in your body is taxed and you're just exhausted. But it's cool though. I don't know. I kind of like that feeling because it's like you're testing the bounds of like the capabilities of your body. It's kind of cool.
It's making me miss her. She's at childcare today. I'm like, oh, I just want to pick her up.
Aww.
All this talk.
Oh,
That's reminded that this is where it began in that birthing suite. Honey.
Yeah, it's so amazing. It's the best thing I've ever done. It's so cool. Everything is worth it. Every single thing. Like I would do it 1,000 times over. Pushup says, remember birth pains are because Eve ate the apple.
That's
Yeah,
right.
come on, ladies. Do you have to eat everything? Jeez.
It's pretty amazing because your babies are born basically like 3 months sooner than they should be. But like we've evolved to give birth at that time because like the baby, if it kept going, like it would be too big to pass through the mom. So
The urethra. I'm just kidding.
yeah,
I know it doesn't work that way, but
so that's why babies are like, squishy and so weak because really they should be cooking another 3 months.
Is that because we started walking?
Ooh, you know what?
Floor, our pelvic floor.
Maybe.
Because we were walking.
And do you know there's like 4 different types of pelvis? I want to figure out what type I have, but it's fascinating. It's really fascinating. Let's see. Let's get into. I want to, I've muted her, so I don't know what the latest on Pearl is. But Tree, that's why I love Tree. Is she always keeps up on our girl Pearl. Give us the latest, Tree.
Well, Pearl has been working on this documentary about divorce as if no one cares about this documentary. It's not going to be profitable. It's not going to be on demand. Like no one cares about divorce from a man point of view. So she wants to paint this picture of men being a victim of divorce when women are the ones who over 70% of women initiate it, but also she wants to paint it as all these men want custody of their kids, but only less than 2%, depending upon the state, want custody of their kids because a lot of these men want to live a bachelor life as a father, you know what I'm saying? So she wants to paint this, like nobody's buying it. And so she got demonetized and she kept talking about, I got this documentary. She's been talking about it for 2 years. And she tried to get that lawyer. I forget his name. They call him the red pill lawyer. When she was invited onto the Daily Wire, she tried to sneak him in through Rollo, and Rollo managed to stop that. So she couldn't have an expert on her on behalf. Anyway, so she stopped talking about it. And she kept, because before then she kept talking about, we're working on it and we're going to drop it real soon. So she was supposed to release the documentary in the fall. And then she puts up a tweet, and thank God that Haley tagged me in it, saying that she wants to, because she got demonetized. Mind you, her daddy is a multi-millionaire. So this woman,
hey, wait a minute.
This woman comes from mega money, and she wants her simps to fund her documentary that she said it was done. She said it was supposed to be released this fall, and it didn't happen.
I have to say thank you so much for keeping up with Mr. Krabs' daughter, for Christ's sake, because I haven't been. She was so infuriating to me. I don't know even if I muted her or not, or maybe she blocked me or something. But this brings, warmth to my heart that
Keanu, you kept posting that clip. You posted it too many times. The you posted it too many times. She had to block you.
I kept just putting that fucking thing of her singing on every single thing she did, and she said, "Last chance, or I'm going to block you." And I went, "All right, Clam." Jesus Christ.
She fell off big time. She really fell. And I haven't been talking about her as often because she's boring right now. Ever since she came back to
she's as boring
America.
as she looks. Yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing about her. So now I said the worst thing she could have done was put this GoFundMe up, because now I'm going to clown her every week when she doesn't reach her $100,000 goal that she would never reach. Okay. She's supposed to have all these simps. And if you don't make a lot of money in the beginning of your GoFundMe, it's going to stall out.
Right. That's when all the momentum is the
right,
beginning.
right. And with her and her so-called her publicity, her being the top female red pillar, you would expect she should at least got to 10,000 already. She only made like 1,600. That's pitiful.
So here's her post. Hey guys, due to demonetization, we are looking to raise $100K to fund our divorce documentary. This will cover editor costs and potentially getting some high-profile guests. I always appreciate your support. Donate if you can. Let's make an awesome documentary. I have a lot of the footage laid out of the challenge.
Yeah, she's drunk at the last. Don't try to decipher that last paragraph. She was drunk.
Has been not having a full-time editor dedicated to this due to not being monetized for a year. Thanks again, guys. And then let's go to the actual GoFundMe here. And you know what, guys? If you want to support Pearl, go for it.
Don't.
I kind of want to fund this because I want to see how ridiculous this documentary is.
$1,862 raised.
Oh, she got to 1,800 now.
Out of $100K. That's a lot of money, $100K.
This woman is a menace to society, okay, and the sea, and everywhere. This is
the thing about it is her father and mother are multi-millionaires. This woman has
if they liked
upward.
her, then they'd probably give her the money for her silly, stupid documentary about divorce.
We all know her mom doesn't like her.
Yeah, her mom is tired of her shit. And I think what happened is that, her mom is the alpha in the relationship. And so she basically, went to her husband and said, okay, cut her off. Stop funding her bullshit. Okay. Because she keeps failing. And she's going to do this shit on her own. We've been paying for her condos. We've been paying for all of her travels. We've been paying for her African boyfriend. Okay. We've been
blessings.
We've been paying for all of this, and we're not getting anything from it. So she's going to learn to do this shit on her own.
I don't care if she's ugly and her family hates her, but she is the worst thing to happen to women in the past 20 years. And I'm just going to say it. It's just really so I'm glad you're banned from everything. And I'm so sorry that you only raised $1,862 for your divorce documentary.
That's going to be a nothing burger.
This is the description. Just Probably Thinks has always been about one thing, bringing light to men's issues. Now we're bringing you a special documentary on divorce, a topic that affects millions of lives, but often gets swept under the rug. I don't think that's true. I feel like that's anything. It's all we talk about. The documentary will not only explore the personal and emotional tour of divorce, it will also shed light on critical men's issues like divorce, rape, paternity fraud, and parental alienation, and the often ignored struggles that men face in family courts. However, we're facing a huge challenge. Okay, demonetized. I don't know. I think a lot of times it's women picking the wrong men and being very stupid and not knowing how they're.
This is not even a major man issue. This is why this bitch is a fucking fraud. If she really gave a shit about men, she would concentrate on the high suicide rate that keeps increasing with men. Okay? She would talk about the homelessness of men. She doesn't give a fuck about men, because if you really would, you would find out the major thing that affects men. And the number one thing is the high suicide rate. And then of course you got the whole thing going on with the alienation, and then the homelessness. Those are the things that really affect men the most than divorce situations. You know what I'm saying?
That's a really good point.
Oh
because
God, divorce. Oh, goddamn, Lamb. Like, really?
She'll say, oh, I care about men's issues. But really, I think the goal here is to shame women and blame them.
It is
all of it.
That's all it is. This is why, you see how fired up I am, and I never get like this, except for when I see Clam's hideous face because she's such an evil bitch. I have no problem with the fact that she's an ugly, horrible, like hideous woman. I have a problem with she is a detriment to women in society.
Right.
I'm glad she's not fucking like having any success in her little grift off of like making I don't know, frat bros happy.
100K is a lot to ask.
That's ridiculous to ask. And what kind of editor? She said she had the documentary finished. She just have to get some special guests to it. So what is this $100,000 stuff for? But then again, this is the thing about the red pill. Okay, they are the cash cows, and everybody takes advantage of them. So you have these content creators like Fresh and Fit, the whatever podcast. They sit up here and say, don't deal with these 304s and don't sit up here and lead with your wallet. But then they tell these guys to go ahead and make all this money so that you can get a Lamborghini or Ferrari, so you could attract women who got the BBLs and the big old titties and the small waistline and the lip injections and all that other shit, who gonna want you for your wallet. And then they show OF girls. Shout out to the OF girls. You know I love you. But let's be clear. They bring you on there to tempt these guys so they can basically attack you verbally. And then these guys hate subscribe you. When I say hate subscribe, they pay to see you naked. They pay to see them have sex. You know what I'm saying? And it's like this wrestling. I learned this from Jasmine Jafar of how these guys, even though they love when the hosts attack the women that are OF fans, they can't wait to subscribe to see her naked and have sex.
Yeah. Wow.
Very true.
It is.
So they're taking advantage of them financially. And it's like, so when do you actually, because if you really want these men to have better women, why not have those women that you want them to be attracted to, have them as guests? No, they have the women. So the women show the T and the A and basically start breathing sexy like Marilyn Monroe into the mic. And then these men get boing, and then all of a sudden they just think with their head down there instead of their head up here. And it's pretty vicious if they really think about it. They want to sit up here and make us the enemy, but it's like the men are the worst that are the so-called leaders, along with Pearl, who every time Pearl wants to talk about I deem this inappropriate, she shows a half-naked woman.
Right. It's true. And that's, I mean, how long has that been going on? It's
right.
Like, it's the Madonna complex. Like, I want my wife. I want somebody I can bring home to mom, which Pearl is neither of the sort. She's just an evil, horrible bitch. Like, she's not even that, but she's like, well, men deserve this and they deserve that. But, men for the last, hundreds of years, it's like, we want to be erect to the whore or whatever. And porn exists for a reason. I'm sorry, it does. Right. But that's not appropriate. But it's, so she doesn't make any sense where that's concerned. She'll shit on the lady that has an OnlyFans maybe, and also maybe possibly a brain. And that's not appropriate for a man, but a man can, they want the, a lady in the streets but a freak in the sheets, or a lady it's the same thing. She's not doing anything good for women. That's what
Pearl would gain a lot of goodwill if she did launch into, like what Tree mentioned, like looking into like veterans, PTSD, do a documentary on like men, like depression crisis, like suicide rates. Like,
that is the major thing. She can title it The Forgotten Men.
Yeah.
Okay, or the ignored. She could do it like that because men are ignored. They are forgotten. Nobody care about them on that area, and neither does Pearl. So it's like, this is how you can always tell that she's a fraud, because the one thing that like we lost a friend of ours to suicide 2 weeks ago. So it's like, it's a big thing that has happened to all of us. We have all had, say a male friend who felt like he didn't have nothing to live for, and he just died. He killed himself because of that. So it's like, she doesn't give a shit. And then another thing too, picture a nutritionist who's also a fitness instructor. And instead of showing you healthy recipes, all they show you is ice cream, cakes, candy, and they show you, oh, you don't want this delicious velvet cake with this vanilla ice cream on it. You don't want this. You don't want this ice cream cone with all the nuts and the chocolate sprinkles on it.
Right.
You know, that's what that's what they're doing. There's instead of you showing you what you should be going for by having healthy recipes, they're showing you a bunch of junk food, bunch of fast food, greasy, cheesy pizza, stuff that's going to tempt you to go off your diet and eat it. This is what they do all the time on whatever podcast, Fresh and Fit, as well as Pearl.
Yeah, junk food people.
Right.
Well, I'm so glad, Tree, honestly, that you're keeping up, because it incenses me too much to even look at Mr. Krabs' daughter. Honestly, so I'm really glad that you are, because I can't even.
I appreciate it.
I
too.
must have muted her because I can't stand her face or anything that she does. So I turn to you for the rest of the time.
Hi, Steph. Good to see you. You're in Gary's office. Ooh, it looks so different.
I know. I'm in
Are
Gary's
you
office.
Are you claustrophobic with all the figures around you, all the dolls?
She got a lot of company there.
I'm not claustrophobic. I mean, I have Batman's ass, Superman's ass, like right here in my face.
Ooh,
It's a little distracting. It's a little distracting. But no, not claustrophobic.
Let me go
It's
through
actually
these
a little spacey.
really quick. Adam Simon gifted 1 Chrissie Mayr membership. Thank you, Adam. Gabe, thank you for the orange boy. This money is for Pearl. I trust you to forward it to the GoFundMe. Of course, Gabe. Of course. Of course. Jeremy Parker's Chrissie. Love the new show intro, especially you blowing a kiss. I have curiosity. Why hasn't Clammy Things opened up a seafood restaurant? Tree? Clammy Things.
Just
Krabby
clammy
Patties.
things.
Oh my god. My clammy things. Yes. So Steph is here to talk about some Rachel Zegler news. Rachel Zegler, if you guys don't know, she was in the most recent Hunger Games, which I think she did pretty decent in, but she's very hated because she's 23 years old. She's very woke. She's very insulated in Hollywood. I'm sure she has just yes people all around her, and she just hasn't lived enough life. She hasn't worked enough real jobs to have any perspective yet, and she keeps putting her foot in her mouth, especially when it came to her appearances to promote the live action Snow White, which has been in the works for what seems like at least over a year. They had to do, you guys probably heard about, they had to do reshoots, like, of course, what's his face, the very famous midget guy,
Peter Dinklage
spoke out like, "Whoa, we can't have actual midgets doing this." So midgets lost their jobs. They would have gotten all those dwarf, like, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. They would have gotten all those the Seven Dwarf jobs, but then apparently it's insensitive to have midgets doing midget things, and so they took out the midgets and they made them full grown people, and they were like a diverse group of full grown people, and then that looked weird, so they took those guys out, and now they have like AI midgets in their place.
CGI midgets. Like, what the hell? Why would you do that?
And all the while, Rachel Zegler has been going around saying, "Oh, Snow White, it's not gonna, the story, which is like an epic story about love and romance." Instead, Rachel's like, "Well, it's not going to be about romance. It's not going to be so much about the prince. It's really about Snow White, like, finding herself and becoming the leader she's always meant to be." And I'm like, nobody watches Snow White for that. Like, what if you change?
Well, don't forget the iconic line of in the original he was a stalker.
Right.
And that's weird. That's weird.
So Steph, walk us through the latest Rachel Zegler gaffe and what you noticed, because you, I think, were the first person like taking screenshots of her Instagram and kind of like putting it together and posting it.
Yeah. I mean, with all of the celebrities like freaking out, every now and then I like to check on Rachel Zegler and Amanda Stenberg and see what they're up to. And see what they're up to.
Wow. What a
Just a little wellness check. Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
a little
girl, you
wellness
gotta-
check. I like to check up on them. And it had already been like a week, but Rachel Zegler has a lot of fans, right? So she has a lot of fan accounts who take like what she posts to Snapchat, what she posts to Instagram, what she posts to her Instagram stories. They'll take all of those posts and they'll post it to the fan account. So so I saw one post, the original post that said, I hope Trump supporters never know peace. I saw that post first. And then I was like, there's no way. And this was because I had insomnia. Like I posted it at 3:57 in the morning because I couldn't sleep. So I was just sleuthing around on the internet, and I was able to find all of her posts that she posted on her Instagram that fans posted to different fan accounts. And I was able to put them in order because I found one that was written in this fan got all 4 screenshots, but they were all in Spanish, I think.
Oh.
But they had them all in order. So I was able to put these in order in the order that she released them on her Instagram stories. And yeah, I posted it to Twitter as soon as I found this. And what's interesting with this is that she had posted this, and usually with Instagram or all the time, like with Instagram stories, they erase the next day, right? They're only up for 24 hours and then they go away. So she had already posted this and nobody noticed it, and she wasn't forced to say anything about it until I posted this. And it went super viral, and she was forced to, come out and make that fake AI apology.
So let's go to these posts here. Wow. And this was I'm not sure what time she posted this, but I'm sure you found it pretty soon after.
Yeah, it was she was performing on Broadway, so she was posting these during her breaks through Broadway.
Oh
Yeah,
someone needs to take her phone from her. I find myself, and she does this obnoxious Gen Z thing of writing in all lowercase. I find myself speechless in the midst of this. Another 4 years of hatred, leaning us towards a world I do not want to live in, leaning us towards a world that would be hard to raise my daughter in. And I'm like, wait, she has a daughter? I'm like, no, this is her hypothetical daughter.
Okay.
Leaning us towards a world that will force her to have a baby she doesn't want.
Oh my
what
God.
a horrible take.
Well, which one is
Yeah.
it? You force you to have a baby or force you not to have a baby? I don't know which one is it.
Girl,
Yeah.
well, why are you
I find
teaching
it
your
weird that she's
hypothetical daughter about birth control, you idiot?
Yeah, I
Tell her
find
to
it
keep
weird
her
that she's
legs
going to,
closed if she doesn't like a guy.
Oh,
I know. Why are you going towards the worst case scenario?
Right.
In
That's
your mind?
that's what they do. And it's not necessarily entirely all these women's fault, because the amount of propaganda pointed at liberal women right now, and really, leading up to the election, was truly horrible. They take these very few stories that really are more about hospital negligence and twist them to make it sound like Trump is going to do a national ban on abortion, which he never has intended to do. He's not planning on doing it. I feel like it's probably much at the bottom of his priority list after the border, after the economy, after inflation, probably 10 other things. But these stories are twisted to scare women into thinking, oh my God, if I have an ectopic pregnancy, I'm not going to be able to get it cleared out. My life's going to be in danger.
What you just said though, and I'm just coming in here. Do you think it's even on a list of things?
No, I don't think it's a priority at all.
On a
He
list
doesn't.
of
He
10
doesn't-
other things. Not even.
Everyone just assumes if
I was just peeing and being with
it's not a thing to be concerned about.
Everyone assumes that if you are not a Democratic candidate for any position, that means that you want to make abortion illegal. It doesn't matter if you're running as a libertarian, for the Green Party, whatever. You are not a Democrat. That means that you want to ban abortion. It's the craziest thing. I've been hearing it nonstop for at least 15 years. I don't know where this is coming from.
Yeah.
They want to scare women. They want to scare women into voting Democrat.
Yeah. Whenever they bring up the ectopic pregnancies, it's always hilarious to me because it's that has always been a medical procedure that
always covered.
Always. Like, they're not going to ban that because there's no way that a baby can even form in the fallopian tubes. So it would be really stupid. That's medical negligence for even trying. Like, there's no way biologically that can't be done. It
Right.
needs to be removed. So like, for them to lean on that type of thing, like, oh, they're gonna make her have a baby in the fallopian tubes, like, that's just dumb.
And one of the stories, I was just listening about it. I forgot the girl's name, but the girl was 10 weeks pregnant. She took a bunch of abortion pills and she didn't she messed up. She did not go about it the right way.
I know the case you're talking about.
And some of the
it was in Georgia, right?
Georgia.
So
Okay.
she scheduled an abortion, missed the appointment. So right there, obviously that's proof that Georgia did not ban abortion. So she got an abortion pill and then ignored the side effects. Like, there were symptoms that she was supposed to pay attention to. So by the time the abortion pill. So by the time she went to the hospital, it's not. The abortion pill and Plan B are not the same thing.
No. I don't mean that. I don't mean that.
Prevents you from getting pregnant. The abortion pill is what aborts the baby.
But she missed the appointment, so how did she get the?
You can order it online.
Well, no, she still went to a medical provider and got it.
Yeah, you can get
I
prescribed.
understand the Plan B is not the abortion.
So the baby was aborting from the body, and she missed the symptoms. Like, she was ignoring the symptoms that can happen when you're having an emergency issue with the abortion pill. So she ignored them and ignored them. Finally, she was like, "This is too intense." Went to the hospital, she waited too long. Yeah, she went into sepsis and died.
Yeah, and the hospital that she went to is a notoriously bad hospital. Like, it has a really high death rate, and they ignore a lot of their patients. It's just a really bad hospital to go to.
Sound like Grady.
It's considered medical malpractice. It was medical negligence because the doctor told her, like, okay, just rest here. We'll check on you in the morning, and like, that was it. She died at the hospital.
Man,
it was medical negligence for that.
Yeah,
and it was being reported.
She
all
kept
wrong.
going because she missed her appointment and didn't take the abortion pill, and then she took
No,
I don't understand it.
She went to go. She scheduled an abortion, right? So she missed the appointment for the procedure, and so then later when she went to go, like, she went back to that facility and was like, "I missed my appointment. Can I still at least get like the abortion pill?" And they're like, "Yeah, you can still get it." So they gave her that, gave her instructions on what to do, what to pay attention to. She went home, took it, and she was experiencing all the bad things, and then was like ignoring it though, and then finally went to the doctor when it became too bad. Went to the emergency room, and then went into sepsis and died.
Yeah. So like, she didn't do what she was supposed to do, and also is a bit of medical malpractice as well. And the left likes to use these stories like, well, the right or Trump is trying to come down on your rights and like keep women from like getting their health care and helping them when they're in dire straits. And it's
the best way to shut Democrats up about abortion, and I do this all the time, and it's flawless. I said, which one is more in danger to most women? Men in women's bathrooms or women not being able to get abortion?
Exactly. And these are just a few very horrible but scary stories that the left use as propaganda to scare women into voting for them instead of, arming them with the truth.
Yeah, it didn't work.
So that is some background on this. So then Rachel goes on to say, "I wouldn't be this shocked, but I am. I'm heartbroken for my friends who awoke fear this morning. I'm here with you to cry, to yell, to hug, to wax poetic on how the left continues to fail us in forging a new path forward. This loss should not have been, and it clearly should not have been by so many votes." That just tells you how out of touch this woman is. I echo Ethel Keene's statement more than anything. May Trump supporters and Trump voters and Trump himself never know peace. There's also a deep sickness in this country that is shown in the sheer amount of people who showed up for this man. This again, she can't believe that the average person was came out for Trump.
And there must be a deep sickness inside of you that made you come out and show up for this man. You must be sick.
What's more plausible? I'm extremely out of touch, or more than half of the country is evil and racist.
Right.
Being racist is based.
The sheer amount of people who showed up for this man who threatens our democracy. She doesn't have 2 brain cells. None of this is an original thought on her part. It's all just regurgitated propaganda.
Threaten our democracy just means it threatens a Democratic candidate from being voted into office.
It threatens our bureaucracy. It threatens what the left wing wants, not what the people want. It is terrifying the number of people who stand behind what this man preaches. It's a foolish subscription to a false sense of security, of masculinity, of intelligence, of patriotism and humanity. There is no help, no counsel in any of them. I could go on. I won't. I feel sad. You probably do too. Fuck this. Get off Elon's app, by the way. The fuck are you doing? They're eating you up on Twitter. I don't use that app for a reason. He helped me. He helped get that man elected, and you're giving him business. I was talking about finding catharsis in art. I don't care if you're going to pick a fight with me. It's been done before. Find something real to be mad at today. There's plenty to go around. Okay, that's all. Going on stage for Act 2 now, and need to get off my soapbox before I get too heated. Sending love to everyone who needs it today. May we all carry each other through the worst and hold these politicians accountable. Your Dem govs just got very important. They already were. But hey, follow your governors, hold them accountable. Local government is where we make the real change. This is not the end. Ever. I will love through these 4 years as best I can. Fuck Donald Trump.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
These retards forget that he was already president before.
Right. It's selective amnesia.
It's just like, where are you coming up with all this? Oh, all the hate. No. You guys were creating all the hate, not Trump voters. Like,
yeah, they're always projecting, aren't they?
They, if they all hadn't, if we hadn't done the mail-in ballots and all of those things, and everybody, went to rock the vote or whatever, that's a Paris Hilton thing. But I'm not political. But listen, he would have been done by now, because I wholeheartedly feel that he probably would, if it weren't for COVID. And I don't know he would have been out, and then they would have been. Now they have 4 more years of the devil or whatever, but.
So this post here, it's so true. Yeah, he would have been done with his 2 terms by now. I wonder if this was after that rant or before.
So, yeah, this was before. She put out a few posts about like go vote for Kamala Harris before the whole Donald Trump rant. Yeah, this was before.
So she says, I'm not voting for Kamala Harris because I love her, or because she's my mama, or because she's brat. I don't even know what that means. Like a whole banana, rice, applesauce. Like, I'm like, what does that mean? Like, is that what you eat when you're
banana, rice, applesauce, and toast?
Applesauce and toast. I'm like, that's what you have to eat to fucking stomach her.
Yeah.
It's a reference to an album of a little pop star girly.
It's a TikTok thing.
Okay,
it's like it's a brat summer, like brat. Yeah.
Right. I think it's the nausea thing. I'm not voting for her because I agree with her on every issue. I'm fully ready to protest when she falls short. I'm voting for Kamala Harris because either she or Donald Trump will be president come January. And if Hillary Clinton, another deeply flawed candidate, had won in 2016, Roe v. Wade would be law today, and women who are now dead. This is exactly what we're talking about. Dead from treatable pregnancy complications would be alive. Because I don't believe trans people and immigrants are the root of our problems as a country, because I do not want a conservative Supreme Court for the rest of my life. But why? Give me one reason why. Like, it's all just fear mongering. Because I want us to be able to protest her without having the National Guard deployed on us. Because if she loses, I worry I may never vote again.
What? Politics.
Retarded.
Yeah.
So forget about the women who were raped and killed by illegal immigrants.
Exactly.
Forget about the women who were human trafficked because of the open border. Forget about the women who have been impregnated and raped in these jails in California and I think another state, I can't remember, because now men who identify as women can now be put in women prisons. Forget about these places in the sports where women use all their might to try to get a scholarship into a university because they can't afford it, but it's taken by an impersonator, okay, who wants to identify as a woman and take their scholarships away from them, and start breaking crazy records that no woman can humanly possibly break. Okay, only a man can do that. Forget all of that. Forget the fact that you can that when you put your little girl into the female bathroom, that it can be followed by these people. Forget all of that. Abortion.
Because that's the scariest thing. This really works well to scare the crap out of women, and it also scares them from. And now you have this whole.
So
I'm gonna
here's the
save my
question: how many
head.
of you all would be feeling safe if you was to walk in and you see a 6'5" man in a Walmart wig, talking some, "Hey, lady, how you doing?" How many of you all would feel safe in a situation like that?
Oh no. I would rather just pee in my pants.
This abortion stuff never. It's like this was a non-issue for a lot of women. I don't know any woman who is like, "Oh my God, I gotta have an abortion." I don't know any woman who used abortion as birth control. And I don't know any woman who is not up on her period. They got apps that'll tell you when you're conceiving, and they're just very careful during those times. And if you do become pregnant, you can still get an abortion.
Oh, that's
Here's
another bit of
how I look
propaganda.
at it.
Another bit of
Yeah.
propaganda is that the government's going to they're actually encouraging women not to use period tracking apps because they're going to say, oh, the government's going to watch over these period tracking apps and know when everybody's cycle is. Did you ever
Wait. I
saw that. Yeah,
Wait,
I saw that.
wait.
I saw that. They're warning, like, delete your period tracking apps. The government
Why?
will monitor you.
Wait.
Just
It's
to
a
scare
very
women.
and this is why I'm not political or anything, but it is that sounds like a very frightened conspiracy theory, which oftentimes, and I would call myself completely center, maybe a little bit left, right? I believe that anything having to do with a woman's or man's body or anyone's body should be between their themselves, their doctor, and if they believe in a god, right? If it were the other way around, I think that the right would be like, do not use those apps. And I'm just surmising here. I mean,
Well,
really.
anybody who wants to argue about like, don't use this kind of app because the government's tracking you. The government's tracking us on our phones. The government's tracking us on every app that we use, basically. Like, who cares about this one other app? No, they're tracking us on everything. What?
Right. But isn't it just, I just find it frightening that anybody can control anybody's body. I don't care if you want to be trans. I don't care if you feel the need to have an abortion or, you're not this or that. It shouldn't even be in government to me. That's what creeps me out about it. So this is why, again, I don't vote. I can't.
Well, these
can't
people are too retarded to even understand like what like laws are in place as far as like
why would
reproductive
anybody want
healthcare
to
anyway.
track
Like
anybody's
they think
period,
this
though?
bitch thinks that if you're like
I'm not
having
agreeing with
if you
her,
have
I'm
a
just
pregnancy
saying,
that could potentially kill you, that you just have to die and you can't get care for that, which is 100% not true.
Help me understand this conspiracy. I know it's hard to understand a conspiracy theory, but what is the purpose of the government getting access to your ovulation again? Like, what are they supposed to do?
What is the purpose of the government overturning, if you have to have
Tree, I think that
what does it have to do with anybody else?
Tree, I think that they think that we're going to be handmaids and we all have to get our dumb red cloaks and shit. I'm honestly, I think that's the only thing that it could be connected to is that we're just going to be morphing into Handmaid's Tale any day now. So stop using your period tracker.
That's the trope anybody uses. But why should it even be? Why should it have been overturned to begin with?
Because it should be up to the states. So let's say
why?
Because Keanu. Let's take New York versus I don't know what's a state,
Georgia, Florida,
Georgia or Alabama. Like New York. Bigger cities, right? New York City, far more people than I don't know, even Iowa or Nebraska, right? More people who live in New York probably want more abortions, right? Just generally speaking, than like Iowa or Idaho or something, right? So your taxpayer dollars, if more people want their taxpayer dollars to go towards a thing, it's just basically going like, which states care about or want more abortions?
Yeah.
I'm explaining this really poorly.
No, you're doing a good job.
I get that. That's actually the best explanation I've heard.
Yeah.
So if you live in New York or California, you live
Yes.
somewhere where you want an abortion, everyone around you wants abortions, you're all abortion happy. Good. Living in New York or
one's
California.
abortion happy. That's the thing. No
See,
one is.
Georgia is a Bible.
pro-abortion.
Georgia is in the Bible Belt, and down here they're very conservative. They're very Christian. They're very religious, and so therefore, whereas in New York, as Christie explaining, they're more liberal. They're more open-minded, more agnostic or atheist up there. So therefore, it's not much of a religious thing down here versus down here in Georgia, where it's not a big deal down here about Georgia of having a heartbeat bill or getting an abortion before 6 weeks. It's pretty acceptable down here. So therefore, Georgians are like, we don't want to pay for an abortion at 5.5 months, which is legal in New York.
That should never happen. Ever.
Yeah, I remember when I was
I think you kind of know if you want the baby or not. I've never had an abortion. I'll say it all like completely. I've had an IUD for the past 10 years, right? I've never had an abortion, but I just find it odd that now we overturned something that shouldn't even be left up to the government. And I understand that people don't want to pay for it, but
it's kind of at this rate, it's impossible to not have the government involved in I mean, what did we all just deal with during COVID? The government wanting to lord over you and what shots you get, and even now, like with the baby, if I want him to go to public school in New York, I have to shoot him up with a bunch of shots. So
I know
women can get their abortions paid for in Georgia too. So and we're paying for that. So if they are,
it's not even the paying for thing. It's just the fact that Chrissie, right? You didn't want to get vaccinated. I didn't particularly want to get vaccinated, but I did because I'm a pussy and I felt if I was living in New York, I needed to, right? But that's somebody like dealing with your body. You know what I mean? So,
but you submitted yourself to it. So it's like if women don't want to get an abortion, they have to. They know what to do to avoid it. But if a woman wants to get an abortion and she can afford it, and the government pay for it, then of course you see the government is involved because now the government is funding that. So if the government is going to fund that, they're going to fund it based upon their rules, state by state by state, instead of having a blanket regulation nationwide. So therefore each state can decide their own ruls.
Mm-hmm. I love Donald. I've been very open and honest, loving him. It's the one thing that gets me like going like you
don't think it should be left up to the states?
I don't think it should have been. I don't think it should be in government at all. If I were queen of the world,
but that's not an option.
Though. So say for instance, if it's not even federal, then what about poor women who can't afford to get an abortions?
Right, that's true.
Well, yeah. I mean, then I would hope that they were able to.
Because think about it: if the government is if the government is not involved, then going to Planned Parenthood to get whatever done, whether it's like a checkup or an abortion, that's not you can't go there on the cheap like you could where if the government was involved. If the government was hands off, hey guys, do whatever you want, then you know what I mean? Everyone pays the same amount and has to basically go.
Was it so private. Much? And I'm asking as a layman, like, was it so much before it got overturned, like that, like really broke into people's taxes? Like,
no, it's not about the taxes. It's about like if the government is involved it can pay for the abortions for women who can't afford it. So therefore, they're not.
Subsidized, yeah.
If they're in poverty, they won't bring other children that's going to keep them in poverty, especially if they're in college, especially if they're in a trade school. Because if they're getting pregnant, it's going to, and they're in the ghetto, or they're in the sticks, or they're in the trailer park, a baby won't keep them there if they get pregnant and able to have an abortion early on. So therefore, government is a necessary evil that says, okay, we'll give you an abortion, we'll pay for it, and boom, bada boom, but it's a done deal. But if the government is not involved, then now you're going to get into dangerous situations where they're going to start taking concoctions, or they're going to start doing the coat hangers, or they're going to start doing back alley things to where they're going to just die in the process of getting a back alley abortions. It's necessary. It's still, I'd rather the government be in it than not be in it.
Wait. But if it's not legal in some states,
abortion is legal in every state.
For now.
It's never going to be illegal in any state. That's never going to happen.
Well, wait, then why they even overturn it?
Because they made it for states only. Like Chrissie said, a liberal state like New York is you can get an abortion up to 5.5 months. Down here in Georgia, in the Bible Belt, that's shunned on. So we put it down to, I personally wish it was 8 weeks, but they put it down to 6 weeks, which is fine. You still can get an abortion. It's just based upon the ideology or the belief system of the state. Each state is different. You got a different culture and a different mindset of people in Florida versus those in Nebraska. You got a different mindset of people in New York versus those in Minnesota. Every state is different.
And I just ask because I'm a political layman. I just don't like, I hate anything having to do with anybody's bodies at all, like in government. And that's what creeps me out. I really, I get what you're saying. It just,
I get it.
It's creepy to me a little bit. And I've never had an abortion. Not saying I'm against it, but yeah, of course, me personally, totally against it. After maybe, I don't know, when you're pregnant, if you want the baby or not. So
yeah,
it's
late term abortion is brutal too. Like
that's traumatizing. That's it's murder. There's no reason why you should just be sitting on that decision.
Yeah. I just ask because
but they want people to be scared, and they want people to think, wow, if you're in this worst case scenario where your life is at stake, your medical provider will not do what is necessary. And in these cases where the women died, it was a combination of the women themselves made bad decisions plus hospital malpractice.
Mm.
And then we have people like Rachel Zegler repeating.
So did she get in trouble for that? Is she still going to be in a stupid movie, or?
I wish she wasn't.
I think they probably invested too much in her.
That movie is dead on arrival. You understand that, Snow White, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it's been dead on arrival since she had those comments with Gal Gadot at D23.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
And they had to do all those reshoots, but yeah, she's still going to be in it. They can't reshoot the movie. They've already hired like a younger actress. When they had to do all those reshoots, they hired a younger actress to play a younger version of Snow White. so we don't have to see the whole movie with Rachel Zegler. But they put so much money in that like they can't fire her from it, and the trailers have already been released. So
when is the estimate release date of the movie?
Is kind of tell her that she's very limited to the things that she says when she's doing promotion for the movie.
When is it coming out?
In March.
Oh,
yeah. There was supposed to be a trailer that was supposed to drop this month. It's a 2.5 minute trailer, and it was supposed to drop this month. Now I don't even know if it's going to drop this month. So
Wow. And so, Steph, you went on to post this 24 hours after posting this tweet. Disney made Rachel Zegler apologize. It wasn't genuine. She won't face any repercussions from Hollywood, and she won't change as a person. She will, however, face repercussions from the audience at the box office, as many people rejected her apology. But the fact that she was forced to apologize just goes to show that Hollywood is watching. The audience has the power, not Hollywood. Yeah, because the apology was, you could tell her heart wasn't in it. It was a literal basically copy and paste that I'm sure one of her publicists sent her, because
Yeah.
I think what somebody pointed out, maybe it was Ryan Kinnell on FNT, that the apology, you see how she writes in these Instagram posts, right? It's all lowercase, but the apology had the proper capitalization. So
Mhm.
that's
Proper
like
capitalization, proper grammar. It was definitely a corporatized apology. What got me is that, like, right now audiences are rejecting celebrity, right? Because they're professional pretenders. They aren't authentic. You put a camera in front of them and they're not their authentic selves. They are the celebrity Ryan Reynolds, or the celebrity Rachel Zegler. They're not themselves in real life. How they are at home, that's not how they are, on red carpets. They're always on. So right now, when audiences really crave authenticity, which is why they're moving over to independent creators, they can sniff out a fake corporatized apology. I mean, how many YouTubers have apologized on YouTube for how many years? We've seen so many people apologize. You can totally spot a fake corporatized apology, and that's what was here. And so fans were like, this is so not authentic. This is not these aren't Rachel's words. Nope, we reject it. You couldn't even put out an authentic a video or an authentic apology to fans. You don't mean it. What you truly mean are the 4 rants that you originally put out. Those are your true feelings. This is damage control. This is something that you don't mean because you didn't write it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So here's her apology. Hi, everyone. I would like to sincerely apologize for the election post I shared on my Instagram last week. I let my emotions get the best of me. Hatred and anger have caused us to move further and further away from peace and understanding, and I am sorry I contributed to the negative discourse. This week has been emotional for so many of us, but I firmly believe that everyone has the right to their opinion, even when it differs from my own. I am committed to contributing positively towards a better tomorrow. So she didn't say she's wrong. She didn't say, like,
no,
I was hating on more than half the country. She has no perspective. She hasn't learned a thing. This is just like, oh, I'm sorry I posted that. I should have just kept it to myself. Which maybe
it's more
she
of like,
have.
I'm sorry I got caught.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's basically it. I'm sorry I got caught. Yeah.
Does Biddy have to go? Chrysanthemum.
Biddy! Let's see. Oh, am I missing your messages in the private chat? Oh my gosh, Biddy, darling. I don't know what time it is in Australia, but thank you for joining us. Yeah, you're hilarious. I'm so proud of you. Keep giving him hell. Tell the good people what's coming up for you and where they can follow you.
All right, you can follow me on X at Biddy and on Instagram. And I don't know what's going to happen. I've signed up for the Perth Fringe and Adelaide Fringe. I don't know if the commissioners will me or not, because Australia is still wokeness. We don't have a Trump. But I did make this funny. I might do a fundraiser for myself to get out of the country. I'll just read it out to you quickly.
Oh,
Oh, it's gone. That's annoying. Oh, it was in my emails. Can I read it out real quick?
Yes.
Where am I? Out.
Uh-oh. Can we hear her okay? You're cutting out a little bit.
Yeah, she roboting.
Swimming to us.
I'm going. Don't worry about it. It's just a fundraiser to get me out of the country, and I'm just pretending that I'm one of the people.
You sound great now.
So get her out of the country. Blah 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 blah. So I'll send it to you if I get that fundraiser up, and then hopefully from America. What I'd really love is to move there. That'd be cool.
Oh, that would be great. Yeah, send me the link. I'll add it to the description.
Cool. I'm not asking for $100,000.
Okay.
Not like that, lady.
Anyway. Good to see you, Biddy. Sorry you're roboting out a little bit, but everybody go follow Biddy O'Loughlin on Twitter.
I love her. I'm gonna follow her right now. Bye,
All right, love
Biddy.
you, Biddy.
Bye, Biddy.
Bye, Biddy. Biddy, biddy, bum, bum. I keep thinking of
Selena.
Selena. Biddy, biddy.
Yeah.
Salinas. Oh my goodness.
I'll be dreaming of you
Thinking of
tonight.
you. Okay, let's see. What story do we want to do now? Oh God, celebrities leave, threatening to leave because of Trump. I'll believe it when I see.
we don't care. We went through this through 2016.
And none of them left.
Everybody's
that
still
time.
here.
It's like it's yeah, you're throwing it in our faces. Like you can afford to be
right
bi-coastal or have multiple citizenships. It's like great, good for you.
Yeah.
Never in my life, I don't care who won, would ever make me like leave America. Like,
Seriously.
Yeah.
what sense does that? Canada, I've been not impressed. All right, Montreal, it's like shitty France. I'm gonna leave because of who the president is. I hate that.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. No.
If I'm doing that, I'm going to Argentina. Peace.
If I'm leaving, I'm going right to the Dominican Republic or maybe Barcelona and call it a day and live my days out there. But it's not because of who the president is. No.
If I leave, I'm going to go to New Jersey.
Did you see that TikToker who said that?
Don't tell her it's the same country.
Not even a level up, just Jersey.
Did you see that TikToker who said, like, I'm leaving the country, I'm going to Hawaii?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh God, what an idiot.
Oh, the internet is fun, isn't it? Celine, thank you for the super chat. These liberals are saying we're going to leave the country, acting the American people will be sad by their departure. Leftism, wokeism is the problem. Wasn't it Elon who said Twitter is not an airport? No need to announce your departure.
No need to announce your departure.
Yeah.
That's so
Get out of
He
here
is
already.
funny.
Celine's dog looks like my dog Dexter.
Oops.
I miss you, Dexter.
I should have
Anyway.
read this while Biddy was here still. Biddy, what's some popular gossip over in Australia? You know what?
Well,
We'll have to.
I need to go to Australia.
It's a long flight. It's like a 24-hour flight, I think.
Australia is
I
beautiful.
know I've never been. Isn't it beautiful?
They held me
though?
3 hours for a damn orange at customs.
No.
Orange?
Yeah,
What kind of an orange?
An orange that came from Delta Airlines.
Oh no, just a plain orange?
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's hardcore.
Then they had this big old lesbian, like she gave me the thoroughest pat down. I was like, bitch, you better take me out after that shit, girl. Hell. Like, she did all that to me for an orange.
she's not even the one who gave you the orange?
No, the Delta Airlines stewardess gave it was so delicious though. I'm okay with the pat down, but it's because it was so good. But it was like, holy shit, though, the fucking orange, like they were so upset about the fucking orange. I was like, okay. I'm never coming back. I enjoyed myself in Australia though, but I'm never coming back over there anymore.
Wow, that's insane. Celine, thank you for the super chat. I'm sick of people bringing up these fringe cases of abortions. I get the exceptions, but you can't tell me all of these heifers are the exception. Cornelius Buttknuckle, thank you for the yellow boy. Ladies, Facebook has been the biggest collector of ovulation data from cycle trackers and fertility tests that utilize an app on your phone since around 2006. The real question is, who else is buying it?
Wow.
I mean, what are you gonna do with that?
Yeah, what are you gonna do with it though? Like, I don't understand. What is the purpose of knowing that?
We can track our periods by the moon. I don't want to track it at all online. Like, I understand it, but I don't want that completely to be it shouldn't be online. That's all. Like, it's the weirdest thing ever.
You know what I think who would be buying it? Somebody like Bill Gates, or somebody that is invested to see how certain how do I put this? How certain health products have an effect on women's cycles. And if that is a desired side effect of said health product, then they would be interested to know maybe if women are missing more periods because of said health product. That's just my theory.
Because the old school way of checking your ovulation is your temperature and your pH level of your coochie juice. So that's the other way of checking it. So, so the apps, I can understand why women are using the apps because it's more convenient.
I understand that 100%, but does that data need to go to any man, let alone Bill Gates at all? Like,
No.
can't we just have one thing that's sacred to us, and that might be our fucking period? Sorry, Eve, the apple. Can we,
If
for
you don't-
Christ's sake, leave it to us? Like, what? No man on earth should have anything to do with a woman's goddamn period. Is that fair, everybody? I'm sorry. Noah's Ark sank, and Eve ate an apple. Is that all right with everybody? Like, it's all I ask. It's all.
I would say if you don't want to be tracked yet, get an old school flip phone, because probably everything you do on your phone is going to
Oh,
somebody.
that's a good idea. Yeah, they can't track the flip
Keanu,
phone.
remember there was a guy at our show in Mount Kisco who had a flip phone?
Yes.
I forget his
And
name.
maybe I right, but how can you track your periods on a flip phone?
You
right?
can't.
You can't.
Detzlav, act and carry, keep calm and mandatory carry on. That was witty, thank you. 300-yard wink, but Keanu, it fine to send men to war in draft.
That's terrible. I think that should never happen again, ever. Literally.
Chris
That's another.
Thompson-
That's autonomy over body, right? So what sense does
Just
that
send
make?
the trans people over to fight.
Facts. There you go. Chrissy.
That's rude.
Chris Thompson, Zegler, anti-Israel but friends with Godot. Oh, yes, good point.
Gal, or the
Yes.
I don't think they're friends because remember she did that whole free Palestine.
Oh, right.
They don't look friendly when they're together. They look like they
No.
have the fake smiles, like they're tolerating each
Thank you,
other.
J-Rex. Yeah, they're probably
And
just
like
have to
when
work
she
together.
posted photos of when they did the D23, Gal Gadot like posted full photos of her and Rachel like cropped out Gal.
Oh, no way. I have to find
Oh, so they're not friends.
I know.
It sounds like they're not friends. Chris Thompson was misinformed.
Also,
Ooh.
Erica, I realized I misspoke. I know Noah's Ark made it through the flood. I realized that. I don't know why I even brought that up. It had nothing to do with periods or Adam and Eve. I do apologize, but
I missed that. Okay. Jeremy Parker, the gross leftist women shaving their heads while screaming is hysterical. Yeah, shave your head. Go ahead.
No, what's amazing is that these ugly, unfuckable women are saying, "I'm going to go on a sex strike."
Whoopi Goldberg is going on a sex strike. Come on now.
Like men are supposed to feel like, oh no, I'm not gonna have sex now. Like, oh please.
Whoopi
like,
Goldberg said she's not gonna fuck no more men.
I can't bang Whoopi Goldberg now.
Wasn't the last dude Whoopi Goldberg had sex with was Ted Danson?
I share a birthday with Whoopi Goldberg. I
my
didn't
condolences.
I know. And
I thought
you
she's
know
been
what?
eating
Much
box since the
about her.
90s.
She was. That's what I'm saying. This is a nothing burger. You went to the lesbian island or Lesbo. You went to the island of Lesbo. You're
Yeah,
not dealing with the sticks anymore. What the hell are you talking about? You're doing the virtue signaling thing. You don't
What
like
was
dick
it
no
with the
more, girl.
cupcakes? Did you see this? She's like, I think it wasn't because of my gender or my or wait, what was it? It was really recently. They wouldn't bring her the cupcakes because of her politics, but they were like,
yeah.
But like,
turned out she
no,
was
their
lying.
like machinery was broken. Like
no,
they
she was like, what? They told me the ovens were broken, but
yeah,
I
they
think
like
it was
physically
because of
couldn't
my
serve
politics.
anybody.
Whoopee.
And then yeah, when all that came out, like they as soon as they were functioning again, they've been sold out every
I
single day.
love when that happens.
Just
I
lines
love
down
when
the
that happens.
block. Yeah.
Yeah, nice
Wow.
Whoopee. Come on.
Yeah, the community is like, Whoopi can suck it.
Good for them.
I know.
Yeah.
Daniel Jagger, thanks for the super chat. Did anyone else watch the election meltdowns goes
yeah.
metal video.
It was really funny.
No.
I like the metal video with the black girl who's going
Oh,
who's
that one's
behind the
good.
car.
Oh, yeah.
That was my favorite one.
Like me that much. No.
Yeah, I think that's the one that I saw. That one was really funny.
Yeah, that was a
And
good
the dude's
one.
playing guitar with her screaming.
Yeah.
I wonder if these leftists know, like, all right, you know, post your meltdown, but you might be memed into all of eternity, you know, because there's
Yeah.
always a few standouts. Like that lady with the glasses and the hat, and she's
And
like,
that black hat.
like she'll
She
live on
completely
forever.
changed her entire look now.
Good. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I would change my entire identity. I might even try to change my
Facts.
race.
What is she like, hot now? That would be good.
Well, a lot of these people, they're used to it. It's like what Gen Z does. They trauma dump on TikTok. So that's probably not the first time she's screamed in her car. Like,
Yep.
Right.
you know, they always just trauma dump in their car.
I'm convinced
onto
that they
TikTok.
all want to become the meme from Trump's 2016 inauguration. The chick with the glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're all trying to be that one. They're all trying to take her place.
They want fame.
Yeah, and
Maybe be
little
careful
do
what they
know.
ask for, because imagine if I was to see that girl, I would just be like, "Hey, you're the girl who lost your shit at the inauguration. Can I take a picture with you?" And I would be like, "Yo, look at this dumb bitch. Remember her, yo?" Imagine
is,
living
like,
a life like that.
Every
Like,
time, if I were her, every time I would see that meme pop up on my timeline, I'd be like, "Oh my god!" I just get sick to my stomach every single time. So like they don't understand, like that's gonna haunt you forever if you become her. If you get that legacy.
Right.
Wow. That's so funny. Monotone Matt. Hail Lord Baby Dolphin, bless us with your flippers.
Oh my god, how rude. You know Keanu hates dolphins.
Oh.
Monotone Matt. The disrespect.
Chris Thompson, Whoa just found a video of Jay Paul on here titled Who I'm Supporting for President and Why You Should Too. He just earned some respect.
No,
Oh.
it takes more than that for me to respect him.
I would never
Okay.
tell somebody else who they should be voting for because this is not North Korea.
Facts.
I might make fun of you if you vote for Kamala, but this is not North Korea. It's not up to me to tell you who to vote for. You are an American citizen. You vote for who you want to vote for.
Or no one. Because it all
Keanu,
doesn't
did you
really matter at the
see
end.
did you see this this Rekieta update?
Oh yeah. I keep getting
vey.
tweets about it.
I'm a
yeah.
little behind.
Oh god.
It appears
here
that
we go.
Rekieta Law was personally offended by Keanu's tell-all reveal about his manipulative, abusive, holier-than-thou narcissism. He has created a long-form locals blog about how everyone who hates him emulates Trump's ability to brand his enemies. Dear Diary, another week has gone by, and I continue to marvel at the way the internet processes information. I am also haunted by specters, not ghosts, but figurative projections people place. It tipped off for me when someone claimed that me letting April live rent-free in a house was abusive because I didn't supply the house with internet. The specter of addiction allows people to self-justify any thoughts or words towards the alleged addict. There are several other specters at play currently, but right now, addiction is the hammer in search of nails. The brands, this is like very TLDR. The brands of addict or alcoholic are used to strip the humanity from the branded and used fallaciously as a trump card in any discussion. The addict is never allowed to deny the branding. Denial is a sign of addiction. After all, the brands justify condescension and any removal of the autonomy necessary to prevail over the addict in any disagreement. The brands also justify any imagination someone has about the addict. They must act in this way because they are an addict. It's a matriarchal specter that births and nurtures further specters. This year has been an object lesson in bad timing. That said, the assumptions about
It
me,
was
my
just
family,
bad timing. Okay.
but just bad timing. My vices, my physical and mental health, etc., are often distorted, exaggerated, and downright fabricated. It is going to take me a lot of time to try and correct the ones that matter, but I will try. To those waiting for accountability or apology, etc., I'm sorry you'll have to wait a bit. The closure of my criminal case is necessary to speak candidly, and I believe candor is necessary to build trust. I have made some poor choices, and I've had some unfortunate
Clearly
variables in my equations. These things combined to bring my life to the brink over the course of this year, but the circumstances and story that brought them about may help people with perspective. I am well aware of my mistakes and failings, but people
Are you?
confuse being muzzled with not being accountable. These are not the same, though they may create similar impressions. I am accountable to many people for my actions. I am not accountable to a ravenous mob on the internet. Nonetheless, please do not confuse delay with denial. Some things just have to wait to be done properly.
Okay.
And
Well,
it's
that was
interesting.
a word salad of bullshit.
It was interesting because last Sunday, I had Carrie Smith on, and he ended up super chatting her, I guess, about something that she had messaged him about privately, and it kind of blew up. It was a bit messy. I think Carrie handled herself well.
She really did. And you know what? You know what? I would work on his own life before super chatting twice into and somehow shitting on Carrie. He's got a lot going on. That's all I have to say. Like, he has a lot going on. Everybody knows it. But instead he watches this program and wants to shit on Carrie and spend money to do so. That's insane. Like, and she handled herself extremely well. Like, he's just not a. I'm not saying he can't be a good dude, but he is not. He's not being a good dude right now.
And I would say, I guess, if this is how you really feel, like, what is the point of the post? If you'll answer the things that you find important in the time that you decide, like, why even do this post?
He's pissed off because I said on my show that I don't think that
you said that because you said there's no internet in the house that April was staying at.
There's so much that people act like I just like blew up her spot or something. I didn't say anything except for one thing that I thought wasn't public knowledge. I thought that it was literal public knowledge that she lived next door.
We know.
And she does, yeah.
Because isn't that the house that's for sale?
She does her. It's the house for sale. She posts pictures from there or whatever. I was not shitting on April. I was never.
But we know about her being in that house, though.
And also, right. And they have been going off in tweets and things like as if they're together and boyfriend, girlfriend. He calls into shows all the time saying, my wife and my girlfriend. And I didn't think that anything that I said on my stream was not public knowledge, except for maybe something I alleged. And I'm sorry, but that's what I was told. So this guy is a fucking, I'm sorry. And I've always felt this way. It's not
He's a piece of shit. That's all.
One side or the other. It's not one side or the other of whatever. I have always wholeheartedly have been sticking up for April. That's it. I don't like read her tweets and his tweets, or him I wouldn't give a fuck about, but I just felt like I needed to say something about it and maybe wake them both up.
Because you're concerned about your friend, and
if nothing else is working, then that's what it needed to be. I don't give a fuck. If this man hates me, I couldn't care fucking less. I've always hated him. I don't like him. I can see right through him. It's not correct what he's doing. So if you want to do your Dear Diary and act like I'm wrong, well, good for you. That's fine. I'm not as far as I know. So.
It was interesting because Carrie did mention something about like praying for him and then hoping he like gets his mind right,
if somebody
gets his family
is
situation
evil,
right.
What does I'm saying this as agnostic, and they like being evil. What does prayer do?
Nothing. He thinks nothing he's done is wrong, and I'm like, it's terrible about what's transpired with.
He's so arrogant and he
all this
thinks he
shit,
is above the law. He thinks everybody else is stupid and he's the only smart one. He's condescending, and then
Yeah.
he's a hypocrite because when the whole thing with Johnny Depp and the whole thing with Cal
Rittenhouse.
Thank you. He was all for body cameras and the CCTVs and everything like that.
Oh,
but
right,
yet
and he's
still
a
he's putting a halt.
crackhead.
He's stopping the release of the body cameras from the police officers who came into his house.
Mm-hmm.
So if transparency is an issue, then why are you so afraid of everybody seeing the body cameras of these police officers?
Because he knows he's in the fucking wrong.
Right.
Here. He knows it. And I'm sorry, but the other two people that were involved, not like saying anything illegally involved or whatever, Aaron and April were friends of me and Gino's, and I have always 100% tried to take up for April and still do to this day. But I didn't know that I said anything that wasn't public knowledge, that she lived next door or whatever. And if I confirmed it,
It is public. Yeah, we know.
I mean, it is. There's so much to it that I can't even. He has never been somebody I've liked. It's not me going back and forth from either side. I care about April, and that's that. And
yeah, it must be hard to
it's a
have
sticky
this
situation here. Yeah,
This is like you're a public person, you're a public figure, and it's something that most people would want to keep private. But it's many aspects of this have been public. I mean, there were parts of it you could watch live, and like all parties involved are kind of in the public eye too. So it's I don't know, if it were me, I would probably just like keep my head down and try to get my family situation right.
Yeah, let's get off the internet. This guy is constantly.
So what does that tell you then? So if he's not, and he's tweeting 200 times a day, what does
He's a
that tell you?
narcissist.
And maybe not sober.
True, that too.
Like who does this? Who acts like this? Like I'm sorry. And in my brain, I felt like I don't want you to drag my fucking friend April down with you. She didn't even realize that anybody even like understood why she shouldn't be doing her court hearings from his house. Why should she? Because he's telling her, oh, it's fine, just come on over, do your court hearing. When everybody's watching it, everybody's doing that, like, which is fucking terrible. But he's not putting her in the correct position as far as I'm fucking concerned. And sorry, I said what I said, and I'd say it fucking again.
If
So.
I was your friend April, I would fucking just snitch and just bring this motherfucker down. You know what I'm saying? I would just blow everything up, because it's like, to me, it seems like, and that's just my observation, it seems like he got her scared to where he falsely pretends that he's the one that can save her. And
yeah,
if I was her, I would be like, yo, I'm the head bitch now. I know I can fuck your shit up. So this is what we're gonna do. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, I would just, everything, because she was there, so she could really fuck his shit up and just basically testify against him, give evidence that she knows
would
she's
have
holding
been
on to and
fucking
everything.
done by now if like right. But this man is dragging her down with him,
Right?
Because he's a narcissist, fucking asshole that wants to, still have her, and it's fucked up.
I think
As
a big
far as
part
I'm
of it
concerned.
is too is like you're never going to be able to control what the internet thinks of you, or even like even small pockets of the internet. Even if most people understand a situation correctly, you'll never. Probably all of us deal with this. There are going to be groups of people who want to understand a situation a certain way to paint you in a certain light to project onto you or whatever. So it's like it's futile to try to control how the whole of the internet sees you or understands a situation. It's just going to be a waste of time and energy. It's like I think you're best served just keeping all that energy close to yourself and do the work that you need to do to get your life right. And that may not always go with being a public figure who wants to talk about their life publicly, right? So
yeah,
Nick knows all of this. He's just being a hypocrite now. Okay, because he's
a
unhinged.
trad dad. I forgot he was a trad dad. You know, right? Like exceptionally monogamous, but he's a complete and total fucking hypocrite. There's nothing wrong with if you want to have an open relationship or whatever. But now that this is all happening, I said what I said, and I'd say it a fucking 1,000 times over. Sorry, I don't take it back. So sorry, write in your little diary, Nikki. That's fine. I don't care. I know you. I see through you, and I know for a fact because of what you're, because of the conversations I've had.
You care about your friend, and
yeah, I do. And if
if
she's upset with me over it, which I did talk to her after I said it. I'm sorry. Everybody has said the same thing. I didn't realize it was even not public knowledge that she lived next door. Excuse me. And if that's the thing that makes her,
but it is public knowledge. We all know.
Does she want everyone to think that she's living in his house with him still? Because that's the only other option that she has.
Good point, Courtney. Yeah.
Because we've all seen the court hearings where she's in his office with a blurred background as if we're not going to tell where she's sitting. Like it is strictly
throw up a tapestry or something. Yeah, throw up a poster.
That's why the whole like April, you don't have internet thing. Like when I was talking, she's like, no. I'm like, don't you see that? I said, whatever hearing you have, again, don't do it from his home. Like I think your thing relies on the fact that you're not there. Like, are people talking about it? I'm like, this man is allowing you to do that and telling you to do it because he knows he's fucking going down. He knows he is, and he wants to fucking drag you with him. I'm sorry, I'm not here for it. And if I had to say something, I said what I said, and I'll never take it back. So they can she might be she's not angry with me or what have you, but he's the fucking major problem here, and he should be. He can write in his diary all that he wants and say whatever you want about me, but I don't give a fuck at all.
The bottom line is, if you're going to cheat on and eventually leave your husband, do it with someone who's not a public figure, and
also do it with someone who's actually attractive.
That's oh my god.
Oh boy. Oh, Courtney.
I'm just saying, look, if you want everyone in the public to know that that's who you left your husband for.
Great sound.
And she's hot. Like, she could easily nab a hot dude.
Oh yeah.
No.
Tree.
Look, woo! That gave me life. Girl, that gave me life.
You're gonna leave your husband. You better make sure you upgraded, girl.
Yeah, at least have it be hot. I mean, I'm just come on.
Right. Oh my god.
Honestly, I mean, listen. Look at him. What is it? I mean,
hey, some people are apparently that's what she was into. So,
well, I mean, look at Erin. It wasn't like she was upgrading, or downgrading. Really, it was just kind of a linear move right there.
I mean, I would say overall, it's an upgrade when you factor in like money, success.
I mean,
those sort of
let's be
things.
real. Especially at that time, Nick is a lot more interesting than Aaron. Like I've definitely watched a few of Nick's streams where I'm like, man, this guy is like hilarious. I've never thought Aaron was hilarious ever at all. He's got like the personality of an Adidas
Either
sandal.
of
So
them
like,
hilarious?
all right,
That's very kind of you. Just
Yeah, in her defense, I guess Nick has more money. I guess if you want to look that way. He's
until when?
money-oriented.
Until when? And also 5
Good
children
point,
and
yeah.
a wife. How about that?
I mean, the thing is that like as soon as people started suing him, he was starting GoFundMe's to like help with court issues. So it's like, okay, how much money does he truly have? Because he,
I thought he was a trust fund baby doll.
Well, I thought he was like a millionaire or whatever from all of these deals he was getting on Rumble and blah blah blah, and like all this stuff. Like, his whole Kyle Rittenhouse-
How do you have to pay his property taxes then?
I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing that he wasted all of his money on drugs and luxury cars, and so then he had to raise money to cover his court issues.
Either
with
way.
Montagraph was one of them, but there's like multiple people that were suing him.
I don't care. I said what I said, and I'd say it again. I'd say it 100 times over. That's what I know, and that's the long and short of it. And actually, if anybody wants to say I revealed too much, I didn't reveal probably even more than I could or should have. So I worry about my friend April, and that's all I care about. These two fucking dudes. Nick, suck my dick. Write in your diary all you want. I feel sorry for you.
Today I saw a boy. That's all I can think about is that damn Britney Spears song. I wonder if he noticed me. He took my breath away. That's you, Nick. That's what you
He's
sound
so
like. You sound like
lucky.
Britney Spears
He's a star,
whining in her
but
diary about a boy.
I'm
going through a couple of these.
broken heart.
Adam Choi says screaming vids equals performative plus mental illness. Indeed. The legendary Golden Spork. Is anyone here aware of Jack Black's upcoming satanic Xmas movie titled Dear Santa? Paramount's literally pushing devil worship to children. That doesn't surprise me in the least. I don't like Jack Black.
I
I've
hate
never
Jack
liked
Black.
him.
Yeah, I don't either. I think the only Jack Black movie I've ever watched was him in Jumanji. Other than that, I've never watched his stuff.
School of Rock is a movie that makes me cry. Every time they're having so much fun up there, I always cry. I do like Jack Black.
Well,
but
School
no,
of
I
Rock
don't.
is the only movie that I can tolerate him in.
I can't remember another one that I love him.
Nacho
in.
Libre? Wasn't he a
Nacho
Kung Fu
Libre.
Panda? He was Kung Fu Panda, right?
Yes.
Jeremy David,
Yeah, you know.
Rekieta is classic. Midwit.
Midwit.
Thank you, Jeremy. Jeremy Parkhurst. Chrissy, do you know of any good 2025 calendars to buy? Anna, that Star Wars girl, only has 2026 available. And
Oh,
Courtney
no.
is an Eagle Scout on building tents. Wow, I can't believe it's going to be 2025. That looks so futuristic to me.
That's awful.
I'm running out of time to make a calendar for Jeremy. Yeah.
Bishop's tree prayer can turn a soul into a Paul sometimes.
Amen.
Bless you.
Bless you.
I hate
Sorry.
sneezing.
Chrissy just got some demons out of her. Ooh, Lordy.
For real.
My sneeze. I
Check
don't like
your
my
windows,
sneeze
make sure they didn't blow out.
I'm very much a front-loaded sneezer, so it's like because you
have to let it out. You have to let it rip, or else.
No, some people have more chew than Figure
I
out,
love
guys.
this.
Figure out this week. I want you to think about this. When you sneeze, think about, is that a front-loaded or back-loaded sneeze?
Every time I sneeze, Gino goes, I don't know. What was that? I don't know what that was.
I'm
I
front loaded.
let it-
I'm more
let it-
chew than
My Nana would go like this. And I went, that must have killed her, that's not right. Now my sneeze is like, Gino goes, what is that? I don't even know what to say. I would go, and it feels good to do it. My mom, it's an chew. Since
I
that's a
hate
front
it.
loaded. Yeah.
Yeah. Ah, Joe. Or Joe.
You can't hold it back. You gotta just let it rip.
Wait, so backloaded is more chew?
Yeah.
I don't even
like,
know. Mine are like,
Joe.
yeah, because mine are like, yeah, you know, like,
So that sounds backloaded to me.
yeah, it's more chew than yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. This is fun. Monotone Matt, I love you, Keanu, and I saw your nudes for free.
That's wonderful. Good for you. You're welcome.
Al, where is the actual Mrs. Rekieta? I hate this part. She's a gem. Doesn't deserve this. No way. I agree. She was a sweetheart. I met her at Anime
I met her a
Matsuri.
couple of times.
She's probably doing the best out of all of them because she has not said a word online. That
She's
makes
a
her
smart
a
one. Yeah.
smart woman. Yeah.
Zatochi. Zato. I'm going to say Zato. Thank you for the yellow boy. Does anyone know if Nick is in treatment? He should be.
I doubt it.
I doubt it. Red Black Betty. Chrissy got the cutest little feet. Oh, hello, Tree. Love your stuff.
Uh-oh.
How did you see my foot pictures for free? How dare you?
Wiki feet.
Tree,
and you're welcome.
you're like in a pageant.
Snowy Hurricane, if you saw through Nick, why did you guys help him?
Who helped him?
Who helped?
Maybe White didn't.
Helped him. What?
I wonder if people think
Certainly
just
not me.
talking about it is means we're one way or the other. I don't know. We're just covering news. The dead man. I too am an Eagle Scout and an expert on pitching tents.
Oh.
Wow.
South Carolina flag right there inside of a skull. Okay.
Okay, this is an interesting story. Let me pull it up. This is baseball related, but it's going to be interesting.
All
I
right.
promise. So, let me pull this up.
Bing, 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 bing.
Beep, beep, beep. This is about baseball cards. Okay. The Pittsburgh Pirates just offered season tickets behind home plate for 30 years in exchange for the Paul Skenes 1 out of 1, which means there's only one of these cards made. Rookie debut patch autograph card, which means like the patch from his first game is like taken off his jersey and then like made into a baseball card, right? Like sometimes they'll have like a patch of material from like a Father's Day game or whatever, like, and that's another just variation on the baseball cards. So his rookie debut patch is going to be put into a baseball card. There's only be one of them, obviously. And I guess the Pittsburgh Pirates want this card so badly that, you know, and I guess it's going to be put randomly into like a Topps baseball card pack. But the Pittsburgh Pirates want this so bad, so they're literally offering so much in return. Like if for this one just autographed card, they will offer you 2 Pirate season tickets behind home plate for the next 30 years.
Whoa!
Yeah, a meet and greet with Paul Skenes, 2 Paul Skenes autographed jerseys, softball game for 30 at PNC Park with coaching from Pirates alumni, a private tour of Pirate City and Lacombe Park, and more unique experiences. Like, this is how bad
Give me the money.
they want this. The next 30 years, you get season tickets. How, like, why would this card be possible?
Card?
And that's the thing, is they think the card could sell for like $100,000.
Yeah, I think the person probably would rather have the money. Well, I know I would.
Right? If you're not a baseball fan, you're gonna want the money.
Give me the money.
But if you are a baseball fan, maybe those season tickets would be.
I don't
of
know. Those
interest.
season tickets could make you a lot of money every year for 30 years.
That
Yeah, you could resell them. That's true. Yeah.
And so they're raising the stakes. So this is Olivia Dunn. She is famous TikTok girlfriend of Paul Skenes. She's saying, let's raise the stakes. The person who finds the card can sit with me at a Pirates game in my suite.
Who cares?
Ooh, look at me. pretty. I'm
Oh my
so
God.
pretty, and I can do back bends. Look, I was a gymnast too. All right.
Yeah, same.
I could still watch me do a cartwheel for free.
Yep.
You do a great cartwheel. Really.
I can do a front handspring. What
I
now?
cannot do a cartwheel. I've tried and tried and tried my entire life. It's so embarrassing.
I'll teach you, Keanu. Why
No, there's no teaching me. I can't do it.
I haven't done a cartwheel in so long. I'm afraid to try it. I would have to go into a very well padded area just to make sure.
Keanu, I'm gonna teach you. I'm gonna teach you how to do a
stretch a
cartwheel,
lot.
Keanu.
Right.
I can't. I just can't go ass over tea kettle like that. I
You
just
can do
can't
it.
do it. I
I'm
can
gonna
do a
teach you.
headstand. I cannot do a cartwell. Just
Try it on a
can't.
trampoline. Try it on a trampoline.
Can you on your hands kick up into a handstand against the wall?
And it's another thing I cannot do.
All right,
I
I'm
can't
gonna
do
teach
it.
you
I
that.
can headstand, but
You would have to help her with her legs, Chrissy.
I really want to make this happen.
I know I can't. You have the body for a cartwheel. You
Well,
can do it. I don't. Yeah.
I have kind of maybe a log roll body currently, but I'll get back.
No, Chrissy, I'm sure even pregnant, 9 months pregnant, you could still do a cartwheel.
You
And
know
Tina
what?
makes
I
sense
did do a
about it.
cartwheel. I did one like sneaky cartwheel because I didn't want to go my whole pregnancy without doing at least one cartwheel.
It was so cool when you cartwheeled when we were in Vegas in front of and in the parking lot when we were at what
Oh, the
hell
space?
was-
In the parking lot?
Oh yeah. It was so iconic.
Chrissy, you
and
weren't even allowed to
adorable.
do push-ups.
Wait, this is not while pregnant.
He
This
wasn't
was when
pregnant
we were-
yet.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry, I apologize.
Oh my God.
You're right. You have a good memory. I was forbidden from doing push-ups as a pregger.
Yeah,
I
I know.
know,
You were
she
like getting
wasn't
yelled
pregnant
at by gym instructors, like you might
Whoa,
fall.
you're gonna fall. I'm gonna fall doing a push-up on my knees.
Can just you have the body and strength for a cartwheel. It's just not something that's never going to happen for me.
Anyone
but
can do a cartwheel.
no,
Yeah, anyone can do a cartwheel. Tree can do a cartwheel.
It's easier
I
than
can.
it looks.
I just have to I had to remind my body I should do it. I used to do.
How tall are all of you, Courtney? Actually, how tall are you?
I'm 5'5".
Ooh, that's a great height.
So then I guess that I'm 5'6", so I don't understand why you can do a cartwheel, but you're good at everything. I just can't do
Me?
it.
No.
You could
haven't had the
retarded,
right.
remember?
You haven't had the right coach, Keanu.
We'll stream it.
Oh my God, that'd be so good.
Great.
I'll teach you to
Help
dive.
me.
I'll teach you to cartwheel.
I can dive, can't cartwheel.
So if you guys found this baseball card, what would you want in exchange for it, knowing that you could probably make $100,000?
I make more than that. I want more. It sounds like it's gonna increase in value. The more you hold on to it, the more they want it. So I would hold on to it until
Millions.
provided
That's
that
what
he
they said
doesn't.
about Beanie Babies.
Yeah, because
though.
if he becomes an all-star, then it's gonna really increase in value. You know what I'm saying? So if he becomes legendary and stuff like that. But I have to go. I really loved coming here, guys.
We love having you.
Love you,
You're the
Tree.
best, Tree. I appreciate
I know.
your
I'm
takes.
so you ladies always make me laugh, and I always.
You always make me laugh. I love you.
I'm sorry, Courtney wins the war today, though. Is it?
It almost looks like the fact that you're surrounded by computer monitors, almost like you're a hologram.
For real? I'm gonna change my whole entire setup. So I think and come next year, I'm gonna change it. No more green screen, and I'm just gonna like find another space. The only disadvantage is like I like the way Keanu has her camera position, but I'm too tall for that. So I'm trying to find another position that I can put in that can get my body.
Do it. I think you just have to be willing to like not look dead into the camera. You know, like if you have it just a little bit higher than your monitor, you could do it.
How? Like
show
Because
you.
right now my camera is above my monitor. My camera is like maybe a head space above.
Yeah,
my
but it only got you here on up. You know what I'm saying? You see how Kino, you can see her midsection?
Yeah, it's tilted down. I could probably tilt mine down more, but I didn't want to lose my cool sign.
Oh, that's why you got yours that
Tilt
way.
it and then
Okay,
just go with the zoom settings.
Right.
See, girl, that's why you in this world, okay? To give me advice
I have
like
to
that. I
tilt
didn't even
mine
think
down
about
to the body because I have no breasts like Courtney and Chrissy and Steph
do.
here. You know what I mean? Like I'm
Yeah.
very flat.
And
Gotta give them
also, I
something,
have
yeah.
mine down like this so I can pump, like do sneaky pumping during streams.
No, the Zoom
Wow,
will
that's
solve the problem.
incredible.
Actually,
Five,
right?
5.5 ounces. That's a meal
Wow.
and a half.
She really smacked that milk up.
Snuck it in during the stream.
Wow. And I did it without a nip slip. Wee.
Nicely done.
It's fine.
All right. So
All right,
I will
Tree.
see you all next time. Thank you for having me, Chrissy, and I'll come back again.
Good. Tell the people where they can follow you.
Okay, so I came back on Twitter to fight because I've been like MIA for 4 days. So like I'm not happy with Twitter right now with the new block feature that they like did. You know, they made it where you can't block people; they can still see your stuff. Blah blah. Plus,
They're so
I'm
stupid.
busy. Yeah, I'm really busy in the gym. And so tree_of_logic is my Twitter. But like, if you see me disappear, then tell that bitch Rachel to speak my name again, and I'll come out of nowhere. And that's what I'm saying. Like I was radio silent for 4 days, and she tweeted my name lying about why I did an exposed video, and then I came back out of nowhere, and then she ended up deleting the tweet because she saw I came back. I don't know if she thought I was on a week suspension or she thought I just left Twitter, but no, I didn't leave Twitter. I just had to take a break. I'll come back into staying, but that's the best place you can find me. I didn't leave Twitter. It's just that I'm just not happy on Twitter that much. But I will come back to fight. And and tomorrow I will expose a video from Brian from the Whatever podcast. He said that on the first date, I got him saying this exact word. On the first date, he makes women bow to him and do his laundry. And somebody asked, "What race of women do you make? Do you have doing this?" He said white, Asian, and then had the nerve to say Latina.
Laundry on the first date? You're not ready for skid marks on the first date.
Laundry and bowing. He said on the first date, they come to his house and bow and then do his laundry.
Oh no.
Ladies, don't go to a man's house on a first date. Do you know how unsafe that
I
is?
know.
You're going to get
Yeah,
murdered.
that is.
I think Brian lying his ass off. That's why I'm gonna put him on blast because he's just lying.
He's repulsive, and I bet.
Yeah,
all
he's
of
just a
this
lying
Man,
piece of
he
shit.
has become
That's
very
great.
red in the face and rather rotund. So
And he has bags on
also
top of his bags. So
yeah, I think he's excessively drinking.
yeah. Oh, good point.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm gonna
Poor
put that out,
Jay.
and I'm gonna put that video up, and then I'm gonna go back into the corner until somebody else speak my name again.
And thank
Just
you
like
for keeping us updated with Clam. Because
No problem. You know I love to keep my eyes on that crazy ass
N-word.
Sasquatch.
Let's call her a crazy ass N-word.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Everybody follow Tree at Tree of Logic, or where else are you on the internet?
Just Tree 411 on my YouTube channel.
Do it. Follow
right.
Tree. I love you,
All right.
Tree. Appreciate
Love
you.
you, Dag, too, girl. All right.
Bye,
bye.
Tree.
Love Tree.
A tree.
I won the Tree of Logic Award tonight. I'm
Yes.
gonna brag to everyone.
Speaking, Nicholas Gurr, Courtney is good at helping pitching a tent.
Thank you, Nicholas.
Eric, Sean, Tree. She's gone now. Tree, are you the quiet or loud type at movies? What do you think?
that is untoward.
Oh my god, it's Kick. How do you pronounce this? Kick Cruxed. Thank you for the pink boy. just nothing. It's just like
You know, Kit Crux, it would have been nice in that Pink Boy if you would have at least given us a lesson on how to say your name.
yeah, kick,
No,
quick,
I
quick
kind of like
crux.
it. It was like it's very mysterious. You won't know how to say my name, but I'm just gonna drop
Yeah.
$50 on you.
Ooh, I respect it. I
Kick
respect
crux.
it. Nice.
Kick crux. Thank you, sir.
Crux.
Is one of those letters silent? I
Yeah.
just
Monotone Matt, my betrothed, my bequeathed, my beloved. Oh, thank you.
haha queef.
Queefed. Steph.
Yeah.
Let me see. I want. Do we care about Alec Baldwin?
He's pretty
accidentally killed
lame.
Is he going to jail?
No, I don't.
No, that case got dismissed because of a Brady violation.
Oh, and also
Mhm.
he was on SNL recently, and I feel like people
What?
are
He's
very
always on SNL.
He's
Isn't
always
he
on
like-
SNL. He like
Yeah.
lives there. So he was mocked. He did an RFK character in a sketch. Alec Baldwin
It
was
was
mocked
terrible.
for leaving his fly down during an SNL closing scene. What a loser. He also so Alec Baldwin was the real laughing stock on SNL this weekend after returning to the show to impersonate RFK. The 66-year-old actor accidentally left his fly open during the closing moments of the episode. Oof, that's rough. Baldwin stood with host Charlie XCX, never heard of that thing, and the rest of the cast for the traditional. Keanu, do you know who that person is? You usually know what's up with the.
Yeah, she's a
kid.
musician. Yes.
Okay.
Isn't it her album that's called Brat that everyone says like that's Brat?
It's the Brat.
It's
summer.
her.
What does it mean to be brat?
You're like her album.
It's like that's Brat. It's
Retarded.
do what I want to do. Yes, it means mentally retarded.
Disabled, yeah.
No, it does not. It means like I am who I am and I'll do whatever I want because I'm a brat. I guess.
Does everyone know who this person is except for me?
I have no idea who that is.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
Okay, scorier.
I know like this much because I kept hearing about how Kamala Harris was Brat, and I was like, what in the fuck does this mean at all?
It's like a
And
term
so-
of empowerment. That's what
Yeah.
So
I
right.
just-
I'll do what
had
I
to-
want.
Yeah.
I had to figure out what
Brat.
the hell it meant, and it
'Cause
was
to me, it sounds
linked
like
to that chick.
Oh, are you a Bratz doll? Do you look like a Bratz doll? Is that what this is about?
Yeah.
But again,
Or
I'm
are
thinking of
you,
banana, rice, applesauce,
yeah.
toast.
Do you
Negative
have
connotation.
Brat was
you
usually
have
like-
diarrhea?
Right? It's usually a negative term, like you're a spoiled brat. Like
Right.
Yeah.
It used to have a negative connotation. Now
Yeah.
it has a positive one because you do whatever you want because you're a brat.
you embrace your brat attitude.
Right.
But
Sounds
it's
like
like
it's
it sounds the exact
You're a pain in
same.
the ass. It just sounds like
Like it doesn't sound like it's different. It's just now people are trying to make it sound like it's good. Like
Yeah,
no,
to be
you're still a brat.
Yeah.
not a compliment. He forgot to zip his
His
pants.
fly is widely open.
Wow, it's like open. It's like he
He's
put his
there.
hand through there.
It's like he shot into his pants. Like he killed
It's
that
like somebody
lady.
had their hand in there right before
Uh-huh.
he walked out.
It's like
Oh.
wide open.
It's really open.
It's more than wide open. Oh
Why
my
is
god.
it so wide open? Like usually if the flag is
Yeah.
down, it's still kind of closed, but this is like wide open.
Why is there so much space in there?
I know.
He is also I'm telling you right now, this man is on Ozempic. He is far thinner than he has ever been. And now he
Mm.
doesn't even know that his pants he doesn't even realize there's that big of a gap in between his,
Wow.
legs.
Yeah, good
And
point.
no one corrected him. Yeah.
No.
Is he
Nice.
drunk? Someone asked. Alec Baldwin just showed up in the outro for SNL while clearly fucked up and had his fly down. He didn't do anything this whole show. LMFAO, what is going on? Another fan tweeted, "Hey, Alec Baldwin, learn to zip your pants. Somebody tell Alec Baldwin his zipper is down." Earlier in the episode, Baldwin debuted his impression of RFK, 70. Wow, I can't believe he's 70. He looks great for 70. Who was named the Secretary of Health and Human Services by Trump. Okay,
I
he looks
love Art.
70 there. Baldwin appeared in the cold opening alongside James Austin Johnson as Trump, as Dana Carvey as Joe Biden. I'm so honored to be the head of the Department of Health and Human Services. Americans need someone to teach them how to be healthy. Like me, a 70-year-old man with movie star looks and a worm in his brain. Wow, that's the best they could do.
Mm.
The sketch poked fun at
SNL isn't funny anymore.
vaccine.
His voice sounded like nothing like him either. Like the impression was just absolutely terrible.
There is a little video of that here. Let's play a little snippy of it. A little snippy do.
The president is love running, hate being.
Dana Carvey looks so good,
so
though.
old, so dated. So many of the carpets are stinky and sticky at the same time. Sort of like being at a Regal Cinemas. Come on, let's be real, man. This place is great. I have so many wonderful memories here. Dr. Jill hosting foreign leaders. My dog attacking every single one.
Dana Carvey, it's like he does this accent. It's like you even see like the Wayne's World thing kind of coming out too. Like it's underneath there. And he plays the being senile thing just like he hits the right amount. It's not too much, but just enough to know that he's like
that was
losing it.
that's probably the best Biden impression I've
Mm-hmm.
heard. Even
I brought my party together so much they teamed up and kicked me out.
Oops.
He even has his eyes right.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Maybe I hate it here too. No joke.
No joke. Oh, New York Post. Hey, boo baskets. What's a boo basket? You know what I've decided I'm gonna do next year for Halloween is I'm gonna be a person that hands out like a little bag of treats. I've decided, like, instead of just a bowl of candy, there's something really cool and special about like a little bag of treats.
I'm gonna hand out liquor to the parents, like mini liquor
Like
bottles.
have shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, why? I mean, right, because strangers serving you drinks is a thing. But wouldn't it be nice if like small town values came back and you could just be like have a fancy like orange cocktail or like shots to give to the parents?
We need to bring back wassailing, where you go around to houses and you knock on the door and you have your empty cup and you sing a song and then they just pour whatever into your cup and you drink it on your way to the next house.
Caroling?
But it's
I've never heard of
wassailing because
that.
they pour. Yeah, they pour because you have to you
How do you spell that?
caroling, but then wassail is when they pour the drink into your
Spell wassailing?
WASAILING.
What?
That's what I
I've never heard of that.
Wassailing.
Yeah, I learned about this in high school when one of our songs was about
Here we come, a wassailing performed by the
Wassail
what the
away.
hell?
Wassail
It's
away.
house.
Wassail away.
What the hell? House visiting is the practice of going door to door, singing and offering a drink from the wassail bowl in exchange for gifts. This practice
Not on a
exists.
holiday. You just do it.
How interesting. This
Wait,
is like
when do you do
someone's
this?
making skippies, basically. Like here, I've thrown a variety of beer and vodka into my bathtub. Here, put a cup in. Have a glass.
Wait. Well, wait, Courtney. When does one wassail?
yeah, like
Exactly.
Christmas time. Like it's when you would normally go caroling.
It's caroling, but with booze.
So like wassailing basically morphed into caroling is what I assume.
I love it. I've never caroled, but
Let's carol.
wassailing, it's something to
Yeah.
consider.
I only caroled once,
There's
but it was at an
booze.
old folks' home. They did not provide booze.
There's a wassail bowl.
I was
My
16.
family caroled once. All together, we just started going house to house.
Love that.
Yeah, it was fun.
Bring it
Wow.
back.
So,
Yeah.
do the people walking around offer the drinks, or the people in the houses offer the drinks?
Right. And also,
think
do
it's-
I need a drum? Like,
I
just-
think it's the people in the house. They open the door and they're like, "Oh, yeah, thank you," and then they like pour drink into your cup.
so they
That's a
know the
great idea.
wassailers are coming.
The wassailants, right?
The wassailants.
Wassailants?
The
Wassailants?
wassailants.
I don't know if they know that they're coming. I don't think it's like a invitation only thing. I think I mean this was way back in the day when like
Dangerous.
Well, I mean, when did it originate? It originated, much earlier than, look, 1752 is a year I see on there. That was a different time.
I'm pretty sure in Trump's America, we're going to bring back wassailing.
I think we should.
Yeah, that sounds normal. Unless they're immigrants. Don't wassail if you've been over the border.
I think we should definitely start it in smaller towns, not big cities. But I would love to wassail. I think that would be so fun, but I don't think anybody in my neighbor is prepared for that.
You could do it at Christmas time.
You love it.
Did you guys get a lot of trick-or-treaters this year?
We got more than the last few years. Yeah.
No, my porch light is broken.
Oh
no.
So
I went over.
And the electrician couldn't fix it. So I just have to.
I left a huge bowl of candy on a stool on my front porch, and I went to
write a note. Please take one, and then
I just left it there because I bought like 2 huge bags of candy, and I wanted it all gone. And I was going to my mom's house, so I was like, I'm just gonna leave it outside my front door at my house. And when I came back, like it was barely touched.
What?
Yeah, I was like,
What?
yeah. I lived like in a nice neighborhood, in a house, and I'm just like, nobody came trick-or-treating at my house, and I was gone for a good while.
Crazy.
Did you leave the porch lights on?
I did, yeah.
That's annoying.
They were all out wassailing, I guess.
I thought you were going to say.
I saw some TikToks of like a lot of people who were talking about how trunk or treats are taking over and kids aren't going house to house anymore. They're going trunk or treating now.
Yeah.
Where are the trunks?
They're like in church parking lots and stuff.
Oh, boo.
Yeah. It's a thing that started like probably, I don't know, roughly just over 10 years ago ish. Like 12 or so years ago.
I thought, Steph, you were going to say that someone had taken your stool, which would have been hilarious.
Oh my God.
Just take one.
They took the stool.
They took everything, the whole thing.
No, I was shocked. Yeah, all the candy was still there. So now I have candy, and I'm just like, I don't want to eat it.
There's an old guy on the block, and we went trick-or-treating with the Bean just around the block, he's like, sorry, I don't have anything. I wanted to say, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you're an old guy. I see you when I go on the walks. I see you sitting outside your house, like on the phone with somebody on speaker, like almost every day. You had all the time in the world. Like, get a single bag of candy, and like, it's like you could.
Did he have his porch lights on or anything?
Yeah, but it was still
outside.
It was like, I don't know, 5 o'clock maybe, so it was still light out. And it's like, I freaking see you. Like, go in. I don't know. It's just really unacceptable.
He was sitting outside and he went, no, don't come any closer. I don't have anything.
He said, no, I don't have anything. I would be like, sir, that's not good enough. I'm sorry. Open up that wallet. Like, look at Bean. Bean is in a bear costume.
Can't you give him $1?
He's literally holding on to the side of his stroller, like so cute, surrounded by other stuffed animals. And he was just like,
if I didn't have candy when the Bean rolled by in the wagon, I'd give him my soul, literally. Like, how
guess
dare you?
What we were doing is like we'd put his little hand into the candy bowl, and he would just like grab because he can like pinch now. He could like pick out his own candy. It was so cute.
She's so cute.
Well, that's when you tell him, well, sir, then that's when you give us a treat, a trick. Because you're not giving us a treat.
Exactly.
So
a trick.
Dance for me, motherfucker.
A limerick.
Do a magic trick.
Anything. A rime.
Yeah, if you say
an Irish jig,
he may take his dick out or something, though.
That's a trick. No.
Now you give us a trick. Well, all right.
He was not eating candy, of course. The Bean was just grabbing candy out of a dish. Of course, he was not eating
for his parents.
We all ate the candy. Okay, we were just using him as a means to get candy. Of course.
Hello.
They made a candy smoothie for him. And Chrissie ate it and put it into her breast, and it became chocolate milk.
He loves. I blended up raspberry and pear into like a little puree. He likes that a lot. And Bean. Wait, did you dress up the Bean? Yes, we put him in a little teddy bear costume. He looks so cute.
against him.
What a baby. He's a baby.
His hair is growing. His hair is growing, but like not evenly. Like it's over his sides. It's getting long, but like up here, he like doesn't have much. So he's got like a mohawk.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's cute.
Cute. He's practicing screaming now. Like he has different screams because he knows it gets our attention. And he's still learning his own strength. I'll put it that way. So he was like grabbing himself in the tub and he's like, ah, like he just, I don't think he knows. Don't touch that. I'm like, don't touch that till you're 30. But he doesn't listen to me. So he's probably like, something bit me. It's like, no, that's you. You have to be careful.
Oh, baby.
You good boy.
He's a good boy.
What else? Let's see. Kiki, do you have any fun gigs coming up? I have to go to Chicago at 8:30 in the morning.
Oh my
But
gosh.
not for a gig. It's just well, we got to put Patsy and her cremains in the ground. But my grandma died, but she was very old. It's not a sad thing. So then we have to do that. And then I think upcoming soon, I don't know if I should even say it. I won't say it.
Don't say it.
It's a thing. Yes. Yeah. And then, yeah, of course, just follow Keanu C. Thompson on YouTube and wherever you find your podcast for Keanu Cast. So
All the things.
And then Eugene, we have gigs coming up, but I won't even tell you. Find them on my Instagram and his. Yeah. He's listening on his headphones to the chargers. That's why he's been screaming.
Okay, super. Courtney. Well, I have jury duty this week, so I don't have anything planned. But
Can you live stream it?
I cannot. Well,
that
so
should be
I haven't,
allowed. Yeah.
I haven't been picked, so I have to just call them in the morning and be like, "Hey, do you need me?" And then if they say yes, then I have to go there, and if they say no, then I get to stay home. So that'll be at least for this week. So stay tuned. Subscribe to my channel at Was That Courtney and find out. Someone's having I was like, what? Yeah. But yeah, if you subscribe to my channel, you can find any of those pop-ups for the next, however long. Follow me on Twitter at Was That Courtney. Also for, the fun. But yeah, so this week, hopefully it's only for this week. We just, we're going to be playing it by ear.
Hello.
And if you want to catch up on the happenings, just watch my 8-hour streams last week.
Sounds good. Sounds like a plan. Steph, what's coming for you?
I have a bunch of videos out on Rachel Zegler. So you can subscribe to me on YouTube and then Instagram and what is it? X or Twitter, whatever. That's where you can find me.
I definitely need to take not butterfly or whatever that is.
Butterfly?
No, Blue Sky. Blue Sky.
Oh, not Blue Sky.
Oh, where all the users report each other for dumb shit.
That's figs. Guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to hit 100K. Please and thank you. What other interviews? Do I have interviews coming up this week? I must. Oh, Monday, I'm going to have Sam Tripoli on at 10 p.m. Eastern. That's very exciting. Wednesday at 3 p.m., I have Cliff Maloney on the program. Thursday, tune in.
I'm going to come.
I can't stop you. I can't stop you from coming. Tune in to, quite frankly, myself and Gino Bisconti will be on Frank Valbiro's show, quite frankly, at 7 o'clock Eastern on his YouTube channel. And then there's more in the works. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Steph, Kiki, and Courtney. And thank you to Biddy and Tree
for joining us. And oh god, a couple more supers to blow through real quick. Hold on. Charlie from Push-Ups. Charlie XCX sang the song "Boom Clap." It's out of my heart.
Down in my heart, the beat goes on and on and on and on.
All right,
and
I know that. I know that. Never mind. Jeremy Parker's insiders at the Pentagon say Courtney will be hired by Trump to a senior position to pitch tents for the Marines and the Army, making tents great again.
Wait, wrong hand.
That sounds pretty intense. Ghost of Speedy. Nick Rekieta is a man of good and trade dad. And Ghost of Speedy again. Nick Rekieta is a man that serves the Lord. Okay. Thank you, Speedy.
Well, yeah. Lord sucks.
Thank you guys for watching SimpCast. We love you. We simp for you. We'll see you next week. Bye. Oh, and watch Nightlife Thursdays with me and Keanu, and sometimes Courtney at 9 p.m. Eastern. Bye.